Morning, boss.
Ah, the birthday show. Truly an honor. Oh, how embarrassing. I'm so embarrassed. Oh, this is too much. Oh, I'm so embarrassed. Oh, my goodness. And there's Robin. Hey, guys. Where are we? Big birthday show, Robin. I knew you wouldn't disappoint me. Thank you. Thank you. Beautiful women, stuttering John. What could be better?
I don't think I
Jackie the Joke Man and Eric Norris. And, of course, Robin.
Where are we?
Where are we? Where are we, and is the equipment working? That's what I want to know. Wow, look at Dominic Barber over there. All right, I better go home. I just saw Dominic Barber.
Yeah, don't call him. He'll come up.
Yeah, don't slip or anything. Anyway, Robin, I was excited. You know, I was flying in from California yesterday.
Oh, yes, you had a big weekend.
I was in California all weekend, making a rock video with Porno for Pyros for the movie.
God.
And it was great. Perry Farrell's quite the character.
Is he?
Yeah, he gave me dance lessons the whole day.
Oh, my.
It was a great day yesterday in California.
But now you're 43 years old.
43 years old, and by the way, I'm on heroin after this weekend. Hey, I've just become a drug addict. No problem. I am 43 years old, Robin, and I got to tell you, I feel 100. I was on that plane yesterday. I was pretty sure I'd collapse. But where are we, Robin?
We're at the Sony Music Studios. This is where all those MTV Unplugged things happen.
Is that right?
Yeah.
Good, I'm going home then. I can't take... Wow, this is really nice. This is
nice?
really a very sharp-looking set.
This was a major deal. We had a set director come in to create everything.
Really?
Oh, yeah. This was a major, major deal.
Poor Tom.
This isn't usually set up like this.
You know, I want the true story, Robin. How did you get Tom to spring for the money to actually make a set design for this morning?
It was not easy,
Sponsors.
let me tell you.
And I'm wondering...
That's right, we sold this show.
Wow, this is a wild show. I see Uzo over there, who is my biggest fan.
Uzo came in from California just for today.
Who worships me.
You could have traveled with her, actually.
I see the world's biggest foot over there. The man with the world's biggest foot
is here to honor you.
And I see Nicole, of course, Nicole Bass, who...
The world's biggest female bodybuilder.
That's right. And Amy Lynn, my girlfriend, and she is here.
She's with AJ Benzo. We think he's hitting on her.
Oh, is he? AJ, you'll never get her. In fact, AJ, if I'm ever going to cheat on my wife, there's the one I'm going to do it with, so keep interviewing her. Oh, there's AJ Benza, the big Yenta. Of course, does a woman's job. That's right.
There you go.
Big gossip columnist. And there's so many different people here. I can't believe it.
I know. It's hard to focus, isn't it?
Yes, it is. And I see Elephant Boy. Elephant Boy creating quite a stir. Hey, he went and got a gay haircut, Elephant Boy. Elephant Boy, how was your... I was thinking about you all weekend and how much I'd like to get in the sack
What
with
a
you.
waste of brain.
Doesn't he look cute now with his gay haircut?
Yeah, I discovered the butch look.
Yes, a butch look. Elephant Boy, what happened to you this weekend after you came out of the closet on our show Friday? It was a big moment.
I have a very understanding woman behind me, and...
Who would that be, your mother?
My girlfriend Mary. She's one great girl. That's the only thing I have to say.
Elephant Boy, what are you saying? You're not going to act on your gay tendencies?
Hey, way before I ever met you, and I did a stupid plank. A plank.
You did a plank.
What did he say?
He did a stupid plank.
A stupid plank phone call. From now on, I'm going to deliver to an expert like Captain Shanks when I do funny phone calls. I give it to Captain Shanks.
Homo.
Captain Shanks.
Go brush your teeth.
Come anything you want.
Right.
But one thing, I think doing this weekend,
he's doing a monologue.
I think I was all man.
You are all man, Elephant Boy, absolutely. And there's a couple of men over at the other table who want to meet you.
That's right.
That's right. No problem with that.
Happy birthday, Howard.
That's right. To all my drag queen friends, Elephant Boy just came out of the closet if anyone's interested.
That's right. Move over to that table.
Notice they're all moving away from Elephant Boy. Anyway, Robin, this is truly exciting. I knew that you would not let me down. You know, Friday when I was talking to you on the air, you said there was no birthday show. And I almost believed you for about 30 seconds.
Right. I'm sure you did.
Because it would have been a great disappointment to me, because I have a very big ego, as everybody knows. Oh, there's my beautiful assistant, Laura, of course, who is sitting at the table.
Out early this morning.
Get out your pad, Laura. I need dictation immediately.
You dictate at home?
You know, I just want to say that this is a big year for me. Oh, I was about to get sentimental, but let's scratch that.
Oh, no, come on.
This is a big year for me.
Are you going to cry?
This is a big year for me. No, I'm not going to cry in front of these people. Actually, these people are mostly my sponsors who are sitting here.
Yes.
And what's going to happen is in about 5 minutes, we'll realize that the sound system isn't that great. You guys can't hear what I'm saying. So you will begin drinking, vomiting, and eating all morning.
But that's when it gets to be fun.
Right, and ignore me, quite frankly. Robin, I'm sure there are many great guests who want to celebrate my birthday this morning.
You are going to be honored today.
I cannot wait to be honored. I love to be honored. We'll be back right after these words at the birthday show. Where are we again?
The Sony Music Studios.
God bless the Sony Music Studios.
Hi, Howard. This is Paula Abdul. As if you didn't know, I've stood next to you many times. I come up to about your waist, almost able to touch your private parts. Anyways, I want to wish you the happiest birthday ever. You clown, you.
And we're back here at the Sony soundstage, which is beautiful. They've actually designed a set here. I've never seen anything like it. It is quite beautiful, actually. And you know, Robin, you have to ask yourself a question. As I sit here today in front of my thousands of people in my audience, how many more movies do I have to do before I can put a halt to those live commercials? You know, before I actually step into some kind of stardom, for
I
real.
think you're going to have to be a $20 million man before that happens.
Absolutely. And you know something, Robin? I noticed that the sound here is crisp and clear. I can see this is a professional birthday show this year.
Obviously, K-Rock didn't put it together.
No, that's right. They must have been completely out of it. And I must even tell you, even the lighting, we are so well lit. And I got to tell you something. The better lit the show, the more scared I get of our audience. I got to be honest with you. It's a little frightening. I wish it wasn't lit so well. I'm just looking around the room. Of course, I see Amy Lynn, my beautiful girlfriend.
Well, your future wife, right?
Amy, someone get a microphone, go around the audience, because I guess we have time here. I don't know.
Sure.
I just want to see what Amy's wearing. Amy's like a penthouse pet, and
You know what? Every time I turn on the TV late at night on the weekends, I see Amy making out with some other guy.
My silly little B movies.
I know. And you know what? They're B movies and stuff, but Amy
They're
gets it.
everywhere.
But they get Amy's top off. They get your top
yeah,
off.
she's
in the
always
movies.
Yeah,
nude, and
that's
she's always got her
required.
tongue down some other guy's throat.
And I watch those, and then I play with myself. That's what I
God.
do. I do, and then I pretend I'm the guy.
I had no idea she had this secret life.
Yeah. So what are you wearing? I can't see. Is it a miniskirt?
No, it's just like a little Versace thing.
I can't
A
see
little
it.
Versace playsuit.
It's my birthday.
A little Versace
Can you step up closer so I can have something to think about tonight when I have my pants down around my ankles? Well, let everybody see what you're wearing, for Christ's sake. Let me just see. Let me see what you're wearing. But I tell you something.
Why are
like-
you pulling it down? You wore it because it was short.
Yeah, what is it, like little short shorts, Amy?
Oh, we do this every year.
Yeah. Every other guy, she jams her tongue. Yeah, well, let me see. Wow, oh, that's a cute outfit. Isn't that a cute outfit? Look at these
I want to
guys.
tell you, ladies and gentlemen.
Wow. You can't be possibly wearing underpants with that outfit,
No,
could you?
I'm not.
No, you look damn good, for Christ's sake.
You know what? You sound like the new Bob Hope.
Yeah.
You couldn't be wearing underpants.
Hey, I gotta tell you, you're not wearing underpants with that, are you, honey? Hey, I tell you, that's great. That's what Bob Hope wanted to do all those years. You know, when he's sitting there on those perverted shows next to
course.
Brooke Shields and Ann Margaret.
Yes.
Hey, Ann, you're not wearing a bra, are you? Yeah, I gotta
he does
tell you.
either.
But are you wearing a bra?
No.
No bra.
No
Give
bra.
it- wow.
No bra.
A lot of guys applauding that. Look at Jackie's wife all angry. Ugh, that's terrible.
Where is she? I can't see her.
She's over there. I already made out with her a little bit. Yeah. So, Amy, of course, you want to wish me a happy birthday
Yes,
and
happy
profess your love for
birthday.
me. Is that correct?
That's what I always do.
Yeah, one day I'll get to score with you. Don't worry about
Has
it.
she found a new boyfriend yet while she's waiting for you?
Have you found a new boyfriend?
2 months ago, I started dating someone.
Oh, great.
There she
And I
goes
moved to
again.
Orlando.
Hey, you know what's...
You moved?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
You know what's weird? No more kids, all right?
Not yet.
Oh, good.
My fingers crossed.
Thank God. You know what's weird?
Hopefully
I'm
soon.
I'm looking out in the audience, and Amy the whole time is sitting next to AJ Benza, the
Yeah,
gossip
he's my
columnist.
buddy.
And I'm going, that's interesting, because the day I make love to Amy, she'll be right on the phone to AJ. He's already working her for
That's
the story.
right. That's
Scary,
right.
isn't
He's
it?
I
setting
know
her
it.
up.
I know. Yeah. Oh, guess what, AJ? Now, don't tell anybody. I just slept with Howard
She's
Stern.
going to think AJ's her best friend.
You're right. And AJ, every year we said at that birthday show, and I think I owe you the exclusive, don't I? AJ, if I made love to Amy, would you print the story in the Daily News?
No, no.
Really won't.
We're men. I would never blow your cover like that, ever.
Really?
Give him
But
a
you gotta
standing
tell me-
ovation.
Wait a minute.
Yeah.
But
you
what?
gotta tell me a little details, though.
Oh, I'll tell you.
Then I won't
It'll
print
never
As long as you're a
happen
pal.
I won't print anything.
Yeah.
It'll never happen anyway.
Under what circumstances would you print it?
I can't. He's one of the guys. I could never
Yeah.
have
Thank you.
guys.
Thank you. Yeah. Allow me a little pleasure in life.
I can't.
But what if you know every other person is going with the story?
No, I wouldn't do it.
Thank you.
Really?
I can't. Why? Why? Why would I want to hurt him
And
like
he
that?
would
Good
know,
man.
too, because we're friends and we talk all the
I
time.
know
You
everything.
talk to AJ all the
All the
time?
time,
Oh,
yeah.
that's
I
good.
know everything. I know everything.
I was his South Beach connection.
See that? Yeah.
AJ,
Yeah.
you're doing a lot of models and stuff, though, right? AJ dumped his wife and
Oh,
kids.
you're kidding?
Yeah.
Why do you say kids? I don't have any kids.
Oh, you don't?
Never.
Oh, well.
You're not with that girlfriend anymore?
No, he dumped his wife.
Well, he had a
That
girlfriend,
was
though.
6 years ago, man.
Yeah, and you I know. And then you, now he's taking up with Penthouse Pets and stuff like that.
Hanging out.
He's living the life.
AJ's got a long list, Howard.
That's right.
Working his way through.
AJ's got a long list. But you haven't done Amy yet, have you?
No, we're just
We're
tight,
friends
tight.
for years.
And who's this boyfriend you got?
He's Joey Manzella.
Who?
Italian guy.
Yeah, great.
Another
circle.
one?
Yeah.
Yeah, but Amy, tell the story, Amy.
No.
AJ, tell the story. You're
No,
a...
I'll kill
Go ahead.
you. You're gonna get me killed.
What is the story?
I can't really tell the story. Like she
What
can
is the
tell it.
story?
It's a new boyfriend.
It's a
2
new
months.
boyfriend, so new that she doesn't know really what's going to happen today with this
Yeah.
guy.
Oh, really? That's
You'd
good.
get really mad if you heard. It would really piss you off.
Yeah, that's good.
Oh,
Good.
no. Not
2
another
months.
bad guy for Amy.
No. Well,
That's
I'm having
good.
a hard time
She
finding
wants it to
nice
work
guys.
out, but he's already got a bad start.
Oh, man.
For my birthday, can you become my girlfriend officially?
Yes.
All right, good. AJ, don't
And
print
stop
that.
dating.
Stop dating, really. You know you're going to get fouled up. You know, it's starting to turn me off how many guys you've been with. I'm going to be honest with you. I mean, I don't
I
really...
haven't been with that many guys.
It's like a railroad going through there. It's
I had a
ridiculous.
boyfriend for years.
Ridiculous. All right, go sit down now. You're disgusting me now, Amy. I was all hopped up for my birthday. Amy Lynn, everyone, and AJ Benza. What a crowd. I don't want to hear about her boyfriend.
I know, but she's always looking since you're not available. Howard Stern, you're a nut. Happy birthday. Keep rocking, baby.
Hey, Howard, kiss my ass, Howard. You know what I'm saying? Man, you know, me and you go way back. I know you ain't, you know what I'm saying? But happy birthday. You're 43 now. You slightly over the hill. But, you know, I'll throw you a rope, pull you back up, you know. And, you know, be cool, man, and watch out. Watch yourself, you know what I'm saying? Because a lot of people don't like you. I don't happen to be one of them. You're all right with me, but you know.
By the way, I just want to make an announcement. One of the greatest men in the history of the United States of America is here today.
Who's that?
This is a gentleman. Allow me to do a little
I didn't
build-up.
even know he was here. The greatest men?
I am so honored. You know, it's one thing to have a birthday, and it's, you know, I've had some accomplishments in life. I've told a few penis jokes. I've told a few vagina jokes. And I got to tell you something, ladies and gentlemen. I've come a long way for a guy with such bad material. But I want you to know something, that when I look out at my audience and I see a man of this caliber sitting in a chair honoring me, when I see a man as great as this, I have to stand up and applaud. Lonnie from Scores, ladies and gentlemen. There he is, Lonnie.
Here I'm looking
Lonnie.
for President Clinton.
Clinton Schminton. That's my connection. Lonnie, so good to see you.
Thank you, Howard.
Lonnie, you honor me by being here today.
We have a few beautiful Scores girls that are...
Absent from the table right now.
Yeah, where are they? Are they under the table, Lonnie, servicing your needs?
Yeah.
You know what's funny? As I was honored, I said, you know, ladies and gentlemen, it's a great man. I was looking around the room, and there were a lot of men ready to stand up. I saw Dominic was ready to stand up.
Yeah, I know. Dominic thought you were talking about him.
And Nicole Bass was ready to stand up. And, it's just, you know, I said, all I got to say is a great man in the room, and the two people tried to stand up with me. Lonnie, you over the years have thrown those fantastic Scores parties. Yep. I just want to say God bless Scores and that whole organization over there.
And are you coming over right afterwards to continue the birthday?
Yes, I'll be over right after the show, Lonnie, immediately. In fact, I wish I was there right now. Lonnie, let me ask you a question. This is something I've wanted to ask you for years, and I hope you don't take it the wrong way, because you know I think you're the greatest guy in the world, and I wanted to dedicate my book to you, quite frankly. Lonnie, if anything ever happened to you, if you were to die, could we still go to Scores, or...
I have it written in the will that
You
anything
have.
Howard wants involving Scores, it's definite.
You have arranged for that.
Taken care of already.
What'd you lose, a lot of weight? You look good. You almost look handsome, for Christ's sake.
I didn't recognize you.
Look at him.
I've only seen him once.
To me, he's the best looking man in America. I don't care what anyone says. Thanks, Lonnie. That's
you.
Lonnie
Happy
from
birthday.
Scores, everyone. I thought he was Ratso for a second.
No,
That's
Ratso
right.
is here somewhere.
I know. There's
Smoking
Ratso.
jacket.
Go over and say hello to Ratso. Ratso, of course. Did you bring your girlfriend?
No.
You didn't bring your girlfriend.
No.
Well, that's what you were supposed to do.
Yeah, but
She won't be seen with you in public, will she?
she said
We're not sure it's his girlfriend.
she said she's not a publicity hound like my ex-girlfriend.
Oh, I see. Ratso is dating a black woman, but for years kept it a secret by calling her Creole.
Creole, yes.
Yes.
I was
Well, I
anxious
thought
to
any
meet her.
black woman from New Orleans was by definition Creole. I just didn't know what it
No,
meant.
I'd say, Ratso, oh, no, this is how it would go. I go, hey, Ratso, you got a girlfriend? He goes, yeah, man, I got a great-looking girlfriend. She's Creole. He would volunteer the information. And I'd say,
She is 1/4 Indian.
is that right?
I swear, Robin.
Yeah, right. So am I. Sure. She's a black
Anyway,
woman.
Howard, there is someone here. You know, you're a very famous man now.
Thank you.
You're going to be a major movie star.
That's true, Robin.
And so you have to be interviewed from time to time to time.
That is correct.
And here is someone who, while she has a problem with you,
Thank you.
is here to cover you.
Yes.
Deborah Norville.
Wow, no
is
kidding.
in the room.
Wow. Deborah Norville. I thought she hated me.
Well, that's what I thought, but here she is.
Wow, and looking good, too. Hi, Deborah. How are you?
Good morning, Deborah.
Deborah Norville. Well, this is an honor. And you have your whole camera crew with you.
We got cameras all over the place around here.
Deborah, first of all, let me comment on your beauty. You are very beautiful, as you know.
Thank you very much. It's very early in the morning, so I doubly appreciate that.
I got to tell you, I'm actually very surprised to see you on the birthday show, only because I always had this impression that you hated me. Why did I have that impression?
Well, and Stepping Out magazine.
Oh yeah. You were kind of harsh on me.
Was I harsh on you?
Yeah, you
What did I
really
say?
were.
I know we
The
say these
quotes
things and
are
we
right
never
there.
remember.
Let me see what you said.
What are you reading Stepping Out magazine for?
As a matter of fact, we're the only people who read it.
That's right. They call us whenever they have
In fact,
something.
I was shocked that you even did an interview with Stepping Out
I'd
magazine.
never heard of Stepping Out, but the fellow was very, very nice, as I recall.
All right, here's what you said. Howard Stern is a caricature. He's a pop icon. By the way, if you'd stopped there, I would have been fine.
You loved it, right?
Yeah.
I'm doing good.
I don't have a problem doing stories about him, but I do have a problem if we're doing his shtick. It's one thing to do a story about his new movie, and it's another thing to do a story about the misogynistic things that he says. I don't think that has any place in
Don't
our
use
program.
words he can't say.
Yeah, by the way, I don't massage women when they're in the studio.
Oh, okay.
You understand? But I don't think that has any place on our program.
And
So-
this other quote.
Oh, wait,
Well, we don't do lesbian spankings on Inside Edition.
I'm telling you, you got to go for it.
Listen to this.
Deborah Norville, I don't listen. In fact, I ask people to turn it off if they're listening in a cab. It's
I
not. You do, really?
I do, yeah.
Oh, man.
Wow.
If I got my kids with me, you want your kids hearing this?
Well, you got a point there. I don't let the kids listen to my
I
show.
think, as a parent, you got to be responsible. And everybody's talking about this video chip rating and TV7 and all this stuff. They've got these little squares at the top of the screen now.
Yeah.
We don't need that stuff. We need moms and dads
We
who
need
are
good
smart enough
parents.
to know to turn the friggin' thing off.
All right, you know something? I don't have
Well,
a problem
she
with
didn't
that.
qualify that by saying, if I have my children with me.
That's
she just
true.
said, if I'm in a cab and it's on, I have them turn it off.
Yeah, but she's such a good mother. She always has her children with her.
I
in the
am
cab.
a good, you know what? I had to dump the poor little children on the corner before I could come in. They're out there on the corner of 10th and 54th shivering as we're in here.
But let me just say something. I appreciate you coming on the birthday
Well,
show.
thank
This
you.
is where all problems are settled, and let's begin settling them right now with,
Well, I
with a
have
big
come,
kiss.
first of all,
Yes.
with big gifts. A
big
birthday
gifts.
party without presents is kind of, it's nice to have all these people here, but how many of these people brought you anything?
Most of them, actually.
Oh, really?
Quite frankly,
Well,
yes.
I didn't see any table with all the presents out there. So this is from all of us at Inside Edition, King World. My boss is Andy Friendly and Michael King, and this, I understand, is something you will really like because I hear you're really into sci-fi laser discs.
Yes, that's true.
So this is like a whole thing, a laser disc, and all the
Wow.
stuff you need to
Thanks.
munch on and nibble on and all that good
Thank
stuff.
you. Wow, that's really nice.
Yeah.
That's really quite happening. I can't believe you showed up. Would they
I'm
force
here.
you to come or something?
I am here. I am not, and I brought my own gift.
What
Just
did-
in
what is
case-
that?
Just in case our crack research team sort of screwed up and you hate
Oh, so you
sci-fi
have
laser
two.
discs.
No, I like that. No, thank you very much. I bet you guys got all this stuff free, though. I know Michael King doesn't pay for a thing. Yes.
Girl Scout cookies.
Is that right?
Everybody loves Girl Scout cookies.
Why, are you involved in the Girl Scout
I am. I'm
thing?
on the board. In fact, it's cookie time.
I praise Girl Scouts, always have, because they raise future strippers and stuff for me to have on the show.
See, I knew I was taking a
That's
risk
true.
bringing Girl Scout cookies on here.
Yeah, a misogynist like myself needs to
Brave
have other
and
Girl
bold
Scouts.
woman that I am. I've
Most
done
women
it.
go into Girl Scouts, they become strippers.
That has
immediately
not
after.
been proven.
Robin, were you a Girl Scout?
No, I wasn't.
This is an honor to have you here. Is there any questions you want to ask me? I'll be out promoting my movie very soon.
I know you will.
In 1997, this is the year of
Now,
Howard
what have
Stern.
you heard? You're in the showbiz news business.
What I've heard is that he acts surprisingly well.
How did you hear that?
I read that in all these Hollywood magazines. I
Right.
don't know which one it was, but in one of them they said that people who have seen the movie say that the audience will be surprised.
Yes.
At how well you perform as an actor. And maybe it's easier doing your own life. I would think it would be harder replaying situations, and for the screen benefit, you can't necessarily do it the way it happened in real life. But that surprised me.
Let me tell you
That's
something.
cool.
You're absolutely right. It is harder to play yourself.
You've never played anyone else.
Oh,
Howard.
I did in high school. I performed in a play. Actually, you are absolutely right. It is harder to play yourself because with me.
He's been working on it a lifetime.
Yeah,
And he still hasn't quite got it figured out.
I'm not sure who I am. Actually, it is true. The buzz in Hollywood is that I am a great actor, and you know where it comes from mostly.
Your publicity
No,
machine.
from me. That's right. Mostly from me.
Been saying it since you started.
By the way, I'd like to make an announcement. I have already lined up my next film. I'll give this. This is an exclusive.
All right, here you go.
And my next film, I just signed over the weekend. As you know, I was in California.
Yes.
I will be playing Deborah Norville in my next movie.
You know,
it's the Deborah Norville story.
It's a good thing.
Yeah.
It's a good thing. You got the hair.
Right.
You're just going to have to highlight it a little bit. But we did some research
Yes.
in anticipation. You know, the 43rd birthday, men start worrying about,
Yes.
you know, they're on the downward slide
Yeah, tell me
age-wise.
about it.
Tell me about it. And if you would lighten your hair as you get older, you know, there's that thinning problem that a lot of you guys worry about.
Yes, that's true.
Lighten your hair, maybe go blonde.
Right.
Your hair will look a lot thicker, a lot fuller.
And
so
also
it'll
my
be
scalp
perfect.
won't show as much.
It'll
I do.
Be perfect
I know that.
for the Deborah Norville role. Yeah.
But you have to. So wait a second. So I was house hunting. You know, I was looking for a house
Again?
And I actually there was a house for sale next door to yours.
God
And
forbid.
I swear to God. And I said, I thought that I was going to buy the house.
Oh, my
Because I
goodness.
liked the house. And I said,
You were going to be neighbors?
I said, boy, that'll really piss
Yeah,
her
I
off.
heard about it. You know what I did?
You actually, did you really hear about it?
I plugged up all your pipes. I was going to do whatever it took so that you wouldn't want to buy the house.
Look how red-faced you got when I said that. And you know I would have bought a telescope. I would have seen you naked. It would have been pictures in A.J. Benz's
That's
column. It would have been
That's
horrible.
it. You
It would
know,
have
my
been
cover was
unbelievable.
blown. You know, me and Madonna, we have to worry about our neighbors.
Do you need a co-host for Inside Edition? I need a gig.
You need a gig?
Yeah, I'm not busy enough.
You think this movie thing's not going to happen?
No,
for
I
you?
think it is going to happen. I think it'll happen in a big way. And you're lucky to be here interviewing me before I become a very big star.
Are you nervous about it?
About
I mean,
the movie?
seriously, yeah.
Absolutely not.
Why?
I am telling you that this movie, I was on the plane yesterday coming back from California.
Are they showing it on the plane already?
Already they're showing it on planes. They can't wait.
Went to video immediately.
And I actually, you know how they have the movies on the
Yes,
plane? There was
yes.
about 3 or 4 different movies I watched, and each one of these movies was more horrible than the next. I said, my movie is so superior to all these movies that it cannot fail. It cannot fail at the box office.
Did you see it again when you were out there, or did you not?
No. I worked on a rock video. That was my. And actually, I was on the plane with a lot of celebrities.
Really?
Oh yes.
Who was on there?
Listen to this. I go down on. First of all, going down to California.
On Friday.
I'm on a plane with Kim Basinger.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and you know what? She's like, you know,
Did she ignore you?
Yeah. And she's like, of course.
How did I know?
Yeah, because you would. That's it. So, but you know that move when you go into a plane and everyone's sitting there in first class.
And you're checking everybody out.
You're checking
you
everyone
know who
out.
the stars are, but it's the people you don't recognize. You figure they're the ones that can really help you.
And her husband, Alec Baldwin, was in Coach. Can you believe it?
No.
Stop.
just
She makes
kidding.
him travel separately?
Right. No, but
With
wait a
the
second.
baby,
Listen to this. I'm in on the plane. So everyone at the plane goes, it's a star-studded plane, but the airport employees can't tell you who's on the plane, but one of them slips Kim Basinger.
Okay.
So right away I run in the bathroom and start dialing myself up because I think, like, all of a sudden I have this fantasy we're going to be in the Mile High Club. You know, she's going to need to have sex. She's sick
Right.
of Alec Baldwin. She's sitting
And
next
you'll
to
be
me.
the only person.
Yeah, and she's going to take me into the bathroom and have sex with me. And I'm going, wow, I'm having all these visions of how great it's going to be.
Disappointment's hard to take, isn't it?
So meanwhile, I get on the plane the whole goddamn ride. First of all, she's there with her baby. The most annoying baby on the planet.
Wait a minute. The baby's how old?
Must be
little.
about a year and a half or something, or a year.
Already annoying?
Is
Already.
it walking? I mean, is it?
Yeah, it's
up
just
and-
like toddling.
toddler, yeah.
And you know, like when kids are entitled to do anything, they have like a young nanny and everything. And Kim doesn't walk up and down with the baby.
The nanny did.
The nanny does. I think it was Kim's baby. It was blonde hair. It looked like a Nazi. Perfect. I mean, it was just unbelievable. Looked almost as good as you, Deborah. So the kid's walking up down the aisle, and the kid's like smacking me on the leg every time I try to sleep. And the kid's like screechy, like, and I was just like, take that. I want to take. Imagine I took Kim Basinger's baby and threw it out the window of the plane. Can you imagine just like they sucked right through the vortex? It would have been unbelievable.
So you're not a Kim Basinger fan anymore?
Well, yeah. Well, actually, she covered her head up with like a hat, and she's wearing like jeans and just a T-shirt, and she's all covered up, and she looks so goddamn sexy. I'm telling you, this
even
woman,
that way.
even in a potato sack, I mean, she looked unbelievable. She got up to go to the bathroom. Her buttocks is swaying back and forth.
Oh, no.
I'm telling you, I never saw. Oh, Deborah, this is not misogyny.
I don't
This is
need
how
to hear this.
No,
I
yes, you
didn't come
do.
here to hear about Kim Basinger's bottom. You know, she's also from Georgia.
Don't change the subject. We're talking about her buttocks.
Cleverly done, no?
Can't you talk like a guy just for once?
No,
Can't
I'm
you
a
loosen
girl.
up? No, you're not. I heard,
I'm not?
No, AJ told me in his column today they're saying you're a man. No.
I'm a man.
But I got to tell you something. At 25,000 feet, Kim Basinger's lips exploded. They were full of collagen. No, so anyway, so that's Kim Basinger thing going on.
So that's Kim.
On the plane is Ray Liotta, who's a real great guy. Because
We've talked to him before.
Yeah, Ray came. Like I just sit there. I don't say hello to anybody because I figure.
Why? Are you rude? Are you shy?
Well, judging from what people say about him in the press, Deborah,
Yeah.
it's not easy
I
for him
didn't
to
say
approach
anything
people.
naughty, Robin. What I
No.
said, we've had a chance to get this. Obviously, it's been troubling you, just as this thing with Jay was clearly troubling you guys.
Yeah,
talked
this
for
is
30
some
minutes.
morning I'm having.
Yeah, all we do is fight.
People who
You're
hate me.
supposed to be. I don't hate you.
Isn't there anybody who likes me in the room? No, but wait a second, Deborah. What I'm saying
We had to
is,
book the show out.
I know.
Man, was that tough.
But you never know with me if people like me. So I just sit there quiet because I was on a plane with Kathy Lee the last time, and I thought there
That was
gonna
probably not
I thought
fun.
there was going to be fisticuffs, and I know she can beat me up because I'm not real good at fighting. So I'm sitting there, and of course Ray Liotta's on the plane. Ray comes over. Ray a little nervous about his new film Turbulence.
Yes.
You know, as he should be, and, and he was a little nervous about it and everything. And he...
Maybe it's just because he knows what can happen in an airplane.
Ray's a great guy, though. We really had like a nice discussion. He treated me like a human being.
Okay, like you were in the business.
Like I was, yeah, and he goes, hey, I heard some great things about your film and everything. Mostly from me, of course. And then also Stevie Wonder was on the plane.
Well, he didn't see.
He didn't recognize you.
No, I had no problem with him. But it's really weird. I felt real bad for Stevie because like he had to go to the bathroom. Like he has to have like two people walk him into the bathroom. I'm saying, man, what a tough life.
Well, you're the kind of person who never wants to be alone. You probably
would like that. But on the way back from California, I was sitting next to Ralph because Ralph had to go out and do my clothing for the rock video.
Yes.
So we're sitting there, and who's on the plane is Cuba Gooding Jr., the guy from
Jerry
Maguire, right? So he walks right by me. I figure, okay, man, the guy's just blowing me off big time, doesn't know who I am. There's something going on. I'm not going to say hello to him, you know, because who knows? He could be hostile.
Maybe he didn't recognize you.
Who knows? You know, a lot of black guys have problems with white people.
Stop it.
They do.
Why jump to a conclusion?
I don't know. I just didn't want to start it. You know, who knew? Who knew where he stood? You
Could
know?
have not recognized you.
I should just hand him a survey. Where do you stand on the OJ case? If he said he thought OJ was guilty, I'll know, like, you know,
Leave him alone.
he might like white people. So, anyway, Cuba comes out of the bathroom.
Yes.
Okay, walks out, comes over. Hey, man, how you doing? You know, that's how he talks.
He talks like that?
Yeah, all black guys talk like that. He goes, hey, man, how you doing? I go, hey, Cuba Gooding Jr., man, how are you? What's happening? Man, you were really good in Jerry
And it was
Maguire.
Wesley Snipes, right?
Yeah, right. Hey, all you brothers look alike. So anyway, he walks out. He walks up to me. I put my hands up in the air because I thought he wanted my wallet. I don't know. You know, a lot of black guys are like that.
Very cute.
Yeah, okay. So anyway, I walk up to him and I say, hey, you're doing great, man. Jerry Maguire thought it was great. He goes, now don't tell anyone, but my wife and I watch your E! Show every night, but don't tell anyone.
Big secret.
But of course you're telling.
Yeah, thanks for the return compliment, you know? So meanwhile, you got to hear this. Ralph's sitting next to me.
Yeah.
Cuba goes to the bathroom. Ralph times it so when Cuba walks out of the bathroom, Ralph puts his head on my shoulder and is like kissing my neck.
Are you kidding?
I swear to God. You know, you are a moron. I swear to God. I walk out.
I wasn't kissing your neck.
Yeah,
I was just a little tired. I was trying to take a nap.
Can we tomorrow? Can you line up Cuba Gooding for the show and have like let's make a phone call and tell let's tell him
So
that I'm
he
not
now
gay.
thinks you're gay.
He thinks I'm gay. Yeah. What were you doing, you idiot? I'm punching Ralph and I go, you're an idiot. What are you? The guy thinks I'm gay now.
Yeah, but see,
not.
what
You
you
were
didn't know is the
stroking
guy
my
from the
neck.
Enquirer was sitting in the first row of
Yeah.
coach watching the whole time, and you're next week's headline story.
I know. Now I got to be seen with women.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
You're going to have to work on your image a
You're going to
little
have to date me, Deborah.
Your image isn't quite in that much need
You're
of
still
repair.
married, right?
I am still married.
Yeah, you got like a good marriage or something.
I got a good marriage.
Yeah,
good
you married a
husband.
really rich guy too.
So they say.
Yeah. What are you, like multimillionaire?
Gazillions.
You don't even need to work. You're just doing it for a hobby, right?
It's a hobby,
Yeah.
yes.
Yeah.
White guy, black guy? What?
I
what's he-
pay them to let me go down there.
Is he a white guy?
You got that man? What do you mean?
Well,
What color do you think he is?
I don't know.
Green?
I don't know. I'm just asking.
Purple?
If you married a white guy, that's
He's
all.
Swedish.
Oh, is he really?
Yep. A ferner.
A ferner?
Yeah.
Boy, that must make a lot of money if you're a ferner. What is that, like
You don't-
furniture?
Foreigner.
Oh, a foreigner. Oh, I think you said a
Yeah.
ferner.
Yeah.
Oh, I see. I don't get that joke. Wait a second. So you're saying you married this foreigner guy?
How'd you meet him?
Blind date.
Really?
Yeah.
He's blind?
No, stop it.
So you're saying that...
Will you go for every stupid joke this
I'd
morning?
like to, I'd like to marry you, actually.
But you're already married.
Imagine I was your next door neighbor and like I'd come over and...
Like I'm telling you, I was
and then-
doing everything I could to make that sale not go through.
Are you attracted to me at all?
You have a lovely and sparkling personality, Howard. How's that?
Okay, so you're in love with my mind. I'll take that.
You're gonna do Inside Edition for your new movie?
Yeah, of course.
Will you do that?
I'll do everything for my movie. I don't care.
Yeah,
you guys
he
reach a
really
lot of
wants
people.
this to work.
Yeah, what do you want me to do? You know, I'm
What
selling
won't you
myself.
do for your movie,
Yeah,
right?
Co-host, he'll do anything.
Yeah, whatever
do
you
anything.
want to do. Any stupid thing you need me to do, I'll
Do you
be
want to
there.
follow him for a
Will you
week?
let your kids see this movie?
Yes, the movie's rated R. My
Right.
13-year-old, I can't see my 13-year-old going to school when all her friends have seen the movie, and
Right.
she can't see the movie. That's ridiculous.
But how old are the little ones?
I have a 10-year-old and a 3-year-old. The 3-year-old has no interest.
Right.
And the 3-year-old still really loves me a lot because she cried that I wasn't there for my birthday yesterday.
Aw.
The other kids are like, who cares?
They
Yeah.
didn't even notice.
Guy's not there for us. Total scumbag, our dad. You know. So anyway, the thing is that I
But
figure...
the 10-year-old, you're gonna let him?
But I've already
The
explained...
10-year-old and the 13-year-old?
Yeah, I've already explained to them that the story is not really accurate. I did none of these things, and that I'm just making it all up. So that might work.
It's a fantasy.
Yeah, I don't know. It's really weird. It's a tough one.
So they're going to come to the premiere?
I don't think I want them at the premiere.
Yeah.
Why not?
I'm not into the Kathy Lee thing where people photograph my kids.
Are you scared? I mean, you are such king of all media. You say it yourself. You're such a big personality. Do you worry that your children are going to be exposed in some way?
Well,
because
no,
people don't necessarily like everything that you do professionally?
See, I think it's weird to have kids. I don't care who you are. Like, I'm sure you feel the same way. If you're known, I don't want my kids to have to. I don't want like a child star in the house.
Yeah.
I don't want like my kids running around being famous. Because that would be more. That would be the most.
You
annoying
have to
thing.
compete with them.
Yeah, and also child stars are all screwed up. So who wants that? Why would I
yeah.
make my kid a child star? Let them be kids.
Yeah.
So it's not like I'm afraid or something for their health or something or their life. I'm just afraid that they turn into real dicks.
You don't want them to
by
get
the
used
same
to like the
token.
lights flashing and
Yeah,
the,
right.
oh, Mr. Stern, and your kids get all these perks.
Yeah, and I'm
although I bet you do cut the line at Disney World, don't you?
No, I don't, because I don't go to Disney World.
You don't let your kids go to Disney World?
They go without me, for Christ's sake. What do I care? As long as I'm not there. If I was there, we would cut into line. Let them stand there. Why shouldn't they experience the world the way it is? But
All right. Well, we better wrap this up. It's
all
been
right, all
fun
right.
talking to Deborah and making friends, but
Yeah.
we have to move along.
Deborah,
It's
it was
your
great of
birthday.
you to come.
It was nice of you to invite me,
Yeah,
Robin,
man.
because I
You're
know you
quite
were part
welcome.
of the whole secret little
Yes.
planning session that's going on. And
That's
happy
right.
birthday!
All right, thanks, Deborah.
Good luck with the movie.
Thank you very
Enjoy
much.
the cookies and the stuff.
All right, thanks.
Thanks.
And look, I'm not such a misogynist. I didn't ask your cup size or anything, did
no,
I?
you didn't.
What is your cup size, by the way?
You almost made it out of here.
You know, that was going to be a record. That was going to be a Howard Stern first. He had a woman on the
That's
show,
right,
and he didn't
just-
mention it.
he
You're a very
slipped it
beautiful
in
woman.
there.
You're a
Thank
very
you.
beautiful woman.
Thank you
Physically
very
and
much.
mentally. Deborah Norville, everybody,
We'll
from
be
Inside
right back.
We'll be back with more birthday show from the Sony
Music Studio.
Right.
Happy birthday, Howard. 43. You're just a kid. I mean, I'm getting old. I'm at the age now when girls tell me yes, I tell them to think it over.
We are rocking through the morning here on the birthday show. I am so flattered and honored,
I
Robin.
think it's called Sony Music Studio.
Whatever. All I know is Tom said, there is no morning show that has ever spent $80,000 on one show. And that's a quote.
One party.
One party.
He could care less that it was a show. He
Yeah.
spends nothing on the show.
Tom just keeps muttering 80,000, 80,000, 80,000 over and
he keeps
over
saying,
again.
make sure we get to all the sponsors.
Right.
Make sure we get to all the
Because
sponsors.
they pay the 80,000, the 80,000, the
I was
80,000.
greeted with that as soon as I walked in the door this morning.
There's a lot of people in our audience I want to introduce, but I know we have another guest, right?
That's right. Somebody's coming in right now who we've never spoken to before, Howard.
That's just about everyone, isn't it?
He's been around a long time. We've known about him. He's a former SNL regular.
Really?
And you declared him one of the funniest people in America this year after seeing his HBO
whoa.
special.
Yeah.
Chris Rock.
I knew it wasn't John Lovitz. Yeah, Chris Rock. That's one funny bastard.
Chris is like, where the hell am I?
Yeah, hey, Chris. Hey, Chris, good to see you. Nice meeting you.
How you
Robin.
doing? Pleasure to meet you.
Wow, look at that. Chris Rock going around, even shaking Jackie's hand. What a gentleman. No,
well,
not necessary.
Yes. Just pay attention to us.
I got to tell you why I like Chris Rock so much. The reason I like Chris Rock so much is the only guy I can think of that is angrier than me. He's really pissed off.
Oh, my.
I was watching your HBO special, and I was one of those people who never thought they utilized you properly on Saturday Night Live. Did you?
No,
ever
you
get that?
just thought I wasn't funny.
That's right.
Right, I didn't. I didn't.
Call a spade a spade.
Right.
There's a big difference there.
I didn't know you were
must
funny.
have heard.
But I had never seen you do stand-up before.
Jeff didn't use Jeff Blake.
Yeah. But you know what I mean? You know, seriously, sometimes, I don't know, for whatever reason,
It's those white guys.
it's the white people who don't give you good lines, they don't give you good things to say on Saturday Night Live. You got to admit, it is white people who run that show.
It's what my mother called the real white people.
Right.
My mother said, there's white people that drive garbage trucks and stuff, and then
Right.
there's the other white people.
The white people who keep you down
the people who
those
run
are-
things.
in powerful positions.
That.
But you did a special on HBO, your stand-up, which I had never seen. I'd never seen you do stand-up. It was the funniest goddamn thing I ever saw in my life.
Did you hear that? Because he did. He came in unsolicited. He said, Chris Rock is the funniest person in America.
Yeah. Did you know you were kicking ass when you recorded that thing?
It's a weak market right now.
Yeah, right. That's not such a big compliment. You're up against John Lovitz.
But it's still the whole country.
Yeah, right. But
gets a bunch
In fact, yeah, everybody left stand-up comedy, didn't they?
Yeah, it's,
isn't it white people are the reason Chris Farley gets 8 movies and you didn't get any movies this year? Isn't that the truth? So all I know is, even when I was watching your HBO special, you were coming out, you were saying, hey, you did a bit on OJ. You see, I don't agree with you that OJ is innocent. But,
I didn't say he's innocent.
well, you said that.
I said
I pretty much said, hey,
Yeah.
he should. I'm not saying he should have killed her,
Right.
but I understand
Yeah, right.
why he killed her.
Right.
I definitely.
Well, that's
didn't say
not
he
innocent.
Yeah.
No, you know what's cool? Every time I see Johnny Cochran, he gives me a big hug. Hey, man, that stuff is so funny. It's like him telling me, hey, he did it.
Sort of a wink. Hey, yeah, guess what?
Hey, guess what, man? What? No.
No, it is kind of weird that Johnny Cochran, I mean, you know Johnny knows O.J. did it, and he doesn't even believe himself. He doesn't believe any of that crap. But
Well, he never had to say O.J. didn't do it.
Yeah, right.
All he had to do was say the cops framed him.
Right.
That it was preposterous. You know.
No, but seriously, when I say they didn't use you properly on Saturday Night Live, they probably didn't. I mean, you're too goddamn
I wasn't
funny.
funny then.
Oh, is that what happened?
No, you were funny.
then. Yeah, I was younger.
Right.
I was trying to get laid.
You were all distracted.
I was so distracted.
Right.
Man.
So when you got on Saturday Night Live, like you were, how old were you when you were on
It's
Saturday?
like 23, 24.
Yeah, and like
I never had any money.
Right.
And you're supposed to be the next Eddie Murphy.
Right,
Yeah.
and I was supposed to be the next Eddie Murphy. And I was basically trying to get girls in my limo.
Yeah.
That's all I was trying to do.
And did you get girls in your limo?
Yes,
you
that's
did.
all I did.
That's all you did the whole time you were at Saturday Night
I
Live.
did.
So he felt he was being used well.
Yeah. Like when did you start getting like when you were in high school? Like you're not like a real macho kind of guy in high school. Did
not
you?
at all.
You're not a big guy. You're not.
No.
Were you the kid who got his ass kicked all the time?
All the time.
Yeah, I could see that.
All the time. I went to like all white schools.
You did?
You know how I went to
White
school?
people beat you up.
Oh man, how embarrassing!
You are an embarrassment to your race.
Yeah.
I was talking to Dice Clay one time.
Right.
And we were kicking it, and we realized we went to all the same schools.
Right.
Different years.
Right.
You know, he's older than me. All the same school.
We're like in Brooklyn and stuff.
Yeah.
Oh, no
so
kidding.
The people that produce Dice.
Right.
Well, the same people I went to school. Right.
Right.
Dice, the parents of Dice.
I mean, the guy that Dice plays are all the guys that beat you up.
Right.
Yeah, I understand. So it was a tough childhood or an easy one?
It was rough.
And you couldn't date any of the white women? Could you date the white women?
Couldn't date the white women.
Is that true?
And I was so beaten up that the black women wouldn't even talk to me.
Right. Black women were like, hey, I don't want you. You get beat up by white guys.
Right. Yeah.
Is that really true? White guys beat you up?
Beat the crap out of me.
Oh, that's so
But, you know,
embarrassing.
they were like Italian, right?
Of course.
And you were the one black guy they could get a hold of.
Never let you down.
Because Italian guys traditionally don't like having black people in their neighborhood.
And they traditionally believe they can beat them up.
Right. You're allowed to. And black girls, of course.
Few Irish sprinkled in there, but most
Really?
of the time.
And black girls could beat you up as well, right?
Yeah.
Have you ever been beaten by a woman?
Yeah.
Yeah, that happened in my high school. Because I actually grew up where Eddie Murphy grew up, and it was an all-black in the town, and black girls would even beat me up.
Yeah, everybody. It was just sad.
It was sad. You had the opposite experience that I
But,
had.
you know,
But sometimes
I won.
Yeah. Now you're laughing
Yes,
at all
where
of
are
that.
they now?
Where are they
So
now?
then when you leave high school, when did you lose your virginity? Were you like a virgin all through high school?
I was a virgin all through high school. I lost my virginity in L.A. Actually, just some groupie girl I was with Eddie.
No kidding.
Yeah.
So it was one of Eddie's girls.
It was a throwover.
It was like, wait, no, it wasn't one of his, but it was.
So you were working in a club, and
I was just hanging out.
and how did you get to hang out with Eddie Murphy when you were nobody?
Well, this is like,
This was Sloppy Seconds?
this is, what year is this? This is like 88.
Right.
Yeah, so I was like, Eddie had found me and
Right.
brought me out to L.A.
Oh, where did he find you? In a comedy club?
At the comic strip.
Right, and he recognized your talent early on.
Early on.
So then you would like pal around with him. Did you get to go to Bubble Hill and go to
Yeah,
those
that
parties?
whole thing.
You got to go to the parties.
Yeah.
And like you would hang out in his private disco room and stuff.
The whole thing.
No kidding.
Yeah.
Eddie's got a private disco room.
Right.
Yeah. When he was single, don't he in his basement have a private disco room?
It's got stuff.
Right. It's gear.
He lives in a mall.
Hey.
When you were in the private disco rooms, that's where you lost your virginity.
No,
right?
no. This was in L.A. This was like a trip to L.A.
Yeah.
And just some girl and.
Where were you, in the back of the club?
I don't even know if Eddie even knew the girl. I think it was like some Uncle Ray girl.
Right.
And
It was one of Uncle Ray's women.
it was just late.
Because Eddie's whole family hangs
the
out
whole
with him.
family's there.
Eddie makes like when you do a movie, do you make your whole family like executive producers and stuff?
I try.
You try to do that. That's good.
Piss people off.
And so like you're in the room and then this woman falls in love with you because you're hanging with Eddie.
Yeah, pretty much.
And you do her and that's it. One shot deal.
Yeah.
And that was your first time.
And that was it.
And were you any good at it?
And I haven't had sex since.
Really? No. And then when you got on Saturday Night Live, is that when the big like?
Yeah, that was like wow.
Wow. White
know.
women and black women.
And
Wow.
Asian women and
Really?
Puerto Rican women.
You've had
and-
everything.
Yeah, I've had a good life.
Yeah. Oh man.
And did you
I'm
do
married
the
now, it's
2
all
and
over.
3
You're
and
married?
all that stuff?
Yeah.
Now why would you
I
get?
did the 2 and 3 thing.
Yeah.
Why would you get married? Would you marry a model?
She's cute.
Really?
She's gorgeous.
I think he got married to save his life.
Yeah? Is that right? Why?
Yeah, because I wasn't getting anything done.
we-
I wasn't getting anything done.
But you did the drug thing, too,
I'm
did you?
funny now.
Yeah, right, you are.
What's happening?
You're really funny now.
Yeah, before,
Oh, no kidding. I didn't realize that. It was just the women. And what about drugs? Did you get into that?
And the drugs were enough. I looked like a drug addict. I spent all my time.
Yeah.
I was just up all the time.
And you never had sex with
It's
Lorne
like
Michaels,
I would wake
did you?
up in the morning.
Right.
Oh, boy, that was crazy.
Right. You never had sex with Lorne
No,
Michaels.
not-
They never went that far.
Well, once to get on the Tom Hanks show. But that
Yeah,
was-
right. That was a tough one. So, and this what, black woman, white woman, or what? Oh, white woman, huh? No kidding. Hey, there's nothing wrong with that. You married a black
African
woman.
queen.
You
No,
did marry?
I married a black woman.
You did really?
Yeah.
I applaud that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I married a sister.
Really?
Yeah.
I'm surprised.
Now, my next wife will probably be white.
There you go. You've had
You
enough.
started with a sister, at least.
My third wife is gonna,
And what did you?
My third wife's gonna be a lesbian.
And really nice.
Yeah,
Now that's the move.
Have you done the kid thing and all that?
Nah, man.
You know something? When you're you don't even have an illegitimate kid?
Nah.
Really?
I'm the guy.
Really? What's your story?
I'm the one guy.
You're the only guy in show business without illegitimate kids.
So you didn't have to go to the Million Man March.
Well,
You had nothing to atone for? I'm thinking about it. Because you are the funniest man in America now, you should be allowed one of each wife. White, you should have an Asian wife and a
He should
lesbian
have a
wife.
harem.
Yeah, you should have a little harem. That's all. That's what
I'd love it.
You would love that.
I'd love
I'm
it.
surprised he gave up the single life. I mean, you could have had anybody.
I'm surprised too.
Really?
A lot of people. Are
Well, now things are happening. You got a new HBO series.
HBO
coming up.
series coming
Talk
up.
show?
Talk show, sketches. It's a half hour.
I can't do it. I'm too busy.
Okay.
Sorry. All right.
Well, okay.
But Chris, congratulations on your HBO special. What is it?
I want to tell you two things, Howard. First of all, Uzo was eyeing up Chris like you wouldn't believe. Over
Oh, is
there.
that right?
right?
Yeah, she's
Uzo.
She doesn't like black men. What
I
are you
thought
talking
you-
about?
She's standing up and staring at him.
Now, here's a fine-looking sister if I ever saw one.
Hi, God.
Thank you.
When I saw him, when you said he was funny, I didn't think he was funny. When you said he was funny, I looked at the show and he was really funny.
Oh, you deem him funny now?
Yes, especially when he said something about black people bragging about things they're supposed to do.
That is a great
that was
bit.
Very good.
That is an incredible bit.
Yeah.
Yeah, go have sex with her, Chris.
Wow.
Go ahead. Yeah, right. What?
You're the first black man she's looked at in years.
I can tell.
And the other thing, Howard, is don't forget.
I know the MO.
Yes.
Don't forget to add Chris to the growing list of comedians that have worked with Jackie and have gone on to greater success.
Is
He
that
did a movie
right?
with Jackie.
Yeah, that's always the best. Yeah,
You were in Comedy's Dirtiest Dozen?
Yeah, that's how I got Saturday Night Live.
And you know what's funny? Chris is looking at Jackie
Wait a
going,
minute.
I don't even know him.
Did you hear that?
Yeah.
He got Saturday Night Live.
Hey, Jackie,
from
what'd you
Comedy's
get?
Dirtiest Dozen.
I got you two.
Want to hear a funny story? Jackie was working with Eddie Murphy when Eddie used to work really crummy little comedy clubs.
I saw the picture. I saw a picture of all of them.
Yeah, because Jackie carries it around
Carries
with
around.
him.
Eddie didn't show it to
Yeah,
you.
right. Eddie wants to forget. So listen to this. Eddie comes to Jackie. When Eddie was like real down, his career wasn't going well. He comes to Jackie, and Jackie makes his own stupid comedy albums.
Hey.
So Eddie comes up to him and goes, "Hey, Jackie, how do you make those comedy albums?
I'd like to make an
I'd like to
album."
make one. Can you help me make one?" And Jackie goes, "No, I'm too busy."
He was busy working on his own.
Yeah, and he turned Eddie down, and now, of course, Jackie's gone nowhere.
The rest is history.
And-
But now that's Tim Allen
Yeah, Tim Allen.
did Comedy's Dirtiest Dozen.
Right, and he got that TV show.
Chris Rock
Got
did
Saturday Night Live.
Comedy's Dirtiest Dozen.
Right.
That black woman, what's her name?
Thea Vidal.
Thea Vidal got her own
her
TV
too.
show.
Brett Butler.
Brett Butler.
All of them.
Dice.
Wasn't in it.
Everyone.
Jackie, you're the
Dice
only
was
one.
in the one I was in before that.
Jackie's the only one who went nowhere, but I'm sure he blames
Jackie's the only one who wasn't picked up for anything.
Very happy to be right here with you. Howard.
me. There you go.
Jackie's doing fine.
Yeah.
He's got a big house.
That's
Yeah,
right.
he's got a couple of them.
That's right.
White women.
That's right. Tons of white women. That's no problem. But Chris, thanks for coming and doing the birthday
It's a
show.
pleasure to meet you.
Yeah, I really appreciate it. Chris Rock, everybody,
Yeah.
on the birthday show. We'll be back right after these words. We got a lot more show.
Hello, I'm Danny. Howard, happy birthday.
Hi, Howard. Happy birthday. It's Rhea.
Yeah. I tell you, I see many different celebrities in our audience, Robin.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, point them out to me.
Oh. Well, they're famous from our show anyway.
We have another guest, Howard.
You're kidding.
Here he is, Spin Magazine's Artist of the Year, fresh from an appearance on Saturday Night Live, Beck.
Wow. No kidding. What the hell's that all about? You know, every time I've always wanted to meet Beck because every time I read an article about him and stuff, they always say, "Hey, Beck, what's happening? Nice to meet you." What's happening? Hey, look at this. This is like a real talk show.
That's right. We have couches
I
and
gotta
everything.
catch my breath for a second.
Hey, go ahead. Just smell it out. I'll talk. Believe me. You'll get very little to say here on this show.
We'll wake you when it's time.
Yeah, you'll be lucky if you get a word in edgewise on this program.
Beautiful.
Hey, I got to just say something about Beck, though, because I'm kind of curious to talk to him, because every time I read an article about him, because I'm a fan, and I read the articles.
Yeah.
It always says that he's tough to talk to. Beck is tough to talk to.
I'm a very approachable.
Go ahead.
Individual.
See, I was reading about you. Like, you're not like a rock star type, you know, because like you don't even have like groupies. Like, you don't even have women backstage or anything like that. Is that true?
We have a 400-person boys choir.
Yeah.
You know, they just kind of hang out and sing.
Really?
Lots of harmonies.
That's what goes on backstage. Typically, rock stars will have like lots of broads.
Right.
Lots of milk and cookies.
Yeah, but you have just young choir boys hanging around.
Exactly.
Yeah, I see.
You know, and he's not into the whole drug thing. He says that's a cop-out. You know, it's not anything about creativity to do drugs and all
Is that true? Like, you've never even smoked a joint or anything?
What was that?
When you gave that interview.
Well, he wasn't doing drugs that day.
Yeah. No, is that true? Like you don't won't even smoke pot or drink or anything?
No, I have to have a drink.
Really?
Sometimes, yeah.
Settle you down.
Oh, yeah, moderate.
Yeah, moderate drink, like
You
just
got
like,
it under control, is what you're saying.
like a cocktail or something.
I got it in check.
Right. you just have to have a drink like at 6 a.m. the first thing when you wake up.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's always good.
And what's your favorite drink?
I rock the hot toddy.
All right.
The hot toddy.
Now, I also read that you had been ill. You were sick for a while. Did that disrupt the tour and everything?
Wow, where'd you read that?
No, you didn't read that. I heard that.
Oh,
Yeah.
you heard it.
Yeah.
He thinks he reads what I hear.
Okay.
She tells me
He
stuff and I
reads
think
what you hear. That's
I read what she writes down for me.
Is that a haiku?
Yeah.
That sounds like a haiku.
How you feeling?
to me.
You all right?
I feel good.
You were a little run down from the tour?
Yeah, you know, the road is,
A tough place?
endless, yeah.
Seriously,
but
though,
it's a beautiful place.
Like, seriously, you don't take advantage of, like, all the girls? I mean, tons of girls must come on to you now. I'm sure in high school, like, it was a pain in the ass getting women, but you know what I'm saying? Now it must be a major...
Right.
Seriously, was it hard in high school?
Well, I didn't really go to high school, so...
How'd you get out of that?
I just, stopped going after
Are
a
you
while.
serious? You just, went
Yeah.
home and told your parents, hey, man, I'm not going to high school anymore?
Well, I didn't have the best high school.
Tell me,
it was
no one
like-
did.
It was a matter,
It's just we couldn't figure out a way to get
It was
out of
kind of a matter of health, you know?
Oh, seriously? Like mental health?
Yeah, no, physical.
Oh, like you were getting beat up and stuff?
Well, you know.
They joined the club.
Where'd you go to
It
school?
was-
You grew up in a black community, too?
I grew up, no, it was mostly Latino
Oh, really?
community, yeah, Los Angeles.
So everyone kicked your ass and stuff?
Well, of course not everyone.
Not everyone. There were some people who were nice. No, I got beat up.
course,
I grew up in an all-black neighborhood, and it was by
Right.
3 white families, and I know I got my ass kicked a lot.
Right.
Yeah, because quite frankly, look at me. Why wouldn't you kick my
Right,
ass? I'm pretty sure everyone could kick my ass. You know. So what did you do? Like what was the move? I should have just left high school.
Right. What was wrong with you? You stayed.
I'm such a pussy. I mean, I really am. What did you do? You
Yeah,
just
yeah.
like you told your parents I'm splitting?
Yeah, I got it. I was 16. I got a job and.
Really? Where'd you go to work? IBM or something?
Yeah, I went straight up top shelf.
Yeah, you were running. Weren't
Yeah,
you
he's
running?
working for Apple or something.
Weren't you running IBM for about 5 years or so?
About 3.5.
No, what did you do? Like you moved? Like you
I
just went and got a job somewhere?
Did you move out?
Yeah, probably when I was about 18, I came to New York.
Oh, really?
And I got involved in a scene here called the anti-folk scene.
Right.
It's kind of Lower East Side.
I'm for that, by the way.
What's that?
I'm very much a part of the anti-folk
Yeah,
scene.
yeah.
Yeah, I really am. I hate the...
You saw him there, didn't you?
Yeah, I celebrated scores every week. So
It was folk music, though. It was just taking it back.
Right.
Taking it back.
So you got into a whole music scene, and you always knew you wanted to be a musician, or just sort of...
No, not really. No, I just fell into it, I think.
Right.
Well, that's
I
something
got
to
really,
fall into.
I got really into blues and folk.
Right.
Stuff. I was really into Woody Guthrie.
Oh yeah.
I played a lot of slide guitars, so I spent a lot of years doing kind of roots.
And when you were anti-folk, did you ever kick Bob Dylan in the balls or anything?
We weren't anti that folk.
You weren't that anti.
You weren't that anti.
You weren't that anti.
No.
I kicked him in the balls. All right.
See, I didn't make up the word. I was pro anti pro folk.
Yeah.
So you mean when you were a kid, you didn't play any
Hyphenated.
you didn't play any instruments or anything? You didn't even think about being a rock star or anything? You just like kind of...
Do you read music? Do you
know-
do any of that stuff?
A little bit. I learned most stuff, most of what I know, off records, listening.
Right.
Just listening.
Well, let me just tell you something.
And he worked with the Dust Brothers.
Oh, yeah, right.
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah,
currently
you know Easy Mike, right?
Yeah, I'm currently in the studio with them.
You're in the studio. You're cutting some demos?
I'm cutting some demos, and in fact, I was working over the weekend with Rob Zombie
Yeah.
of White
Yeah.
Zombie. Yeah, we're cutting a little number together, too. So I'm very much...
That's heavy, man.
Yeah, I'm very much into the music scene as it is.
Right.
Beck, I just want to thank you for coming to the birthday
Yeah.
show.
Thank you for having us.
I know it's a pain in the ass for musicians to get up this early, you know what I'm saying?
It's a little hard, but you know, where there's a will, there's a way.
Yeah, and
You came through. You did fine.
I couldn't think of a better birthday gift, seriously.
All right.
Thank you, Beck,
Happy
everybody.
birthday.
It's Beck.
Thank you.
Bye, Beck.
All right, we'll be back
Adios.
right after these words.
Would you say a happy birthday wish to Howard Stern?
Yeah, happy birthday.
Do anyone to
Happy birthday. I said it already.
Thanks very much.
Robin, you know, there's so many people, so many guests here at the birthday show. It's
So many people love you.
Yes, and probably, but look at the people who love me. That's, as I look out among the crowd, as cross-dressers, world's tallest man.
No, he's got the biggest feet.
Trust me, he's the tallest guy.
Somebody's taller than he is.
Hey, let's say hi to the guy with the biggest feet in the world. Here goes Stuttering John. He's going to move around with the microphone in the audience. My niece is here, my sister, my parents, my mother and father.
Your family's arrived?
Dominic Barbler actually has his hand in my father's pocket, looking to see if there's any cash in there. This is the part of the show where the audience ignores us.
Yes, John is in place.
Hey, how you doing?
Happy birthday, old man.
Hey, there you go. That voice always freaks me out, you know. But you are not the world's tallest man, are you?
No, I'm close, though.
Yeah, but you are the guy with the biggest foot.
Indeed.
And actually, we learned that having the world's biggest feet cannot get you laid. It just is no good for that, you know.
If I look like you, Howard, yes, but
Trust me, you don't want to look like me. All right, in your case, maybe you do. I don't know. It's a toss-up. But I just want to thank you for coming by today. How's things been since you've been on the show? Any girls or any offers?
Any gigs?
Anything?
Yeah, you know.
Did anything come of being on the show? Did you get offered anything?
Yeah, actually, a few shows came of it.
Really?
Really?
You're kidding. I thought you were just going to say no.
I swear to God.
I would like to mate you and Nicole Bass and see you have children.
You're not the first person to say that tonight.
Really?
Exactly.
Shows you how original I am. Anyway, it's great to see you here.
Thanks.
Also in our audience, the great Crackhead Bob. There's Crackhead Bob. We sent him out on a date the other day.
Yes, Crackhead Bob is back fresh from his double date with Elephant Boy and his girlfriend.
That's right. Crackhead, how are things?
It's going okay.
Yeah, and I see you sitting next to Kenneth Keith Kallenbach, the man who blows smoke out of his eyes.
So obviously the date went well.
Right. You're with a guy. But Crackhead, what happened? You went out with Elephant Boy and his girlfriend, and they, of course, found a girl for you. What happened?
Yeah.
Give us an update.
Nah, just friends. Just friends.
Just friends?
Yeah.
That's the story of your life, isn't it?
That's it, baby.
Right. So you didn't get anything off her, in other words.
No.
I see. That's very sad.
Oh, dear.
Do you want to give me a birthday message? Do you want to say something to me that would indicate your love for me? All right. Thank you very much. All right. Crackhead Bob, everybody.
We don't have enough time.
That's
Well,
right.
there's Scores Girls right there, Crackhead Bob. Maybe you can get lucky with one of them.
Hi, girls. How are you?
Oh, I'll think about it.
All Scores Girls. By the way, Scores Girls are not known for their ad-libbing. Scores Girls, you want to stand
That's
up?
not why you go there?
Take a bow, girls. Stand up. Let the audience. Let my father look at you. He doesn't get to see much of that. How's that, Dad? Yeah. Yeah, that's where, when I go to Scores, I look at that. It is beautiful.
Dad likes Scores.
What?
I said, God bless the girls from Scores.
Dad, you want to go to Scores with me one time? Would you like that? Before you die, would you like to go to Scores with me?
I would. I really would go, but I think it would be embarrassing for you.
Oh, you think so? I don't think so. Not at all.
I'm a regular cut-up.
Where is Mom?
You're going to make a spectacle of yourself?
Where's your mother? She always disappears.
She goes to the can. My mother's in the can,
Is
everybody.
that right?
Quick, get the E-camera in there. We don't want to miss that.
Your mother is networking.
Is that right? Where is she, actually?
I don't know.
She's learning how to cross-dress, I think.
Hey, listen, one other thing, Howard. My faith in humanity has been restored.
Why is that?
You know that armored truck that lost all that money?
Yes.
$28.40 was returned.
Is that right?
Let me tell you, I was surprised that much would be returned.
Yeah.
And I really feel that my faith in humanity has been restored.
Is that really true that $28 was returned? I mean, some guy had the nerve to walk in with $28.
2 kids brought him in.
No
They
kidding.
lost $500,000 and they got back $28.
I want to meet those 2 kids. There must be something physically wrong with them. There's hundreds of thousands of dollars. You know what they did? They collected.
You know what? I bet you they thought the reward would be bigger.
Yeah, right. The only reason they turned it in is because they collected $28.
Well, it's $500,000 that are missing, and the police are going door to door.
Yeah. Now, what would you say to those people? Do you make a plea for them to give back the money?
The people were right. They said we deserved it.
Yeah. They worked hard for that money. They risk their life going out into the street.
There you go.
Did you watch football yesterday, Dan?
I watch it on and off.
You did. On and off? Why? Is that mom came into the room and turned it off every couple of minutes? Anyway, by the way, next week my father will be appearing at Caroline's.
Yeah.
He'll be doing an extended monologue on the money that was missing.
As soon as I get a release from you.
Right. There's my dad. Dad, go over to the transsexuals, the cross-dressers over there. They'll take care of you.
That's not cheating.
That isn't cheating. I go over there all the time.
We have another guest, Howard.
You're
There's
kidding
somebody
me.
else here to wish you happy birthday.
Somebody else is here to honor me?
We first became aware of this person because of who he married.
Uh-oh.
And at the time he was married, he banned everyone who worked with him from doing our show.
I don't blame him.
But since the divorce, we're friends with everyone. Here's Tom Arnold.
Tom, yeah, all right. There you go. Tom Arnold here on the birthday show. Got himself free from Roseanne. And
got himself a career.
Got himself a
He's
career.
on a roll.
He is on a roll. Tom Arnold is on a roll, and he is here. And lost more weight.
Look at you.
My God, you look like you're in shape.
Thin. How you doing? Hi.
How you doing, Tom? Hey, thank you. By the way, Tom giving me a gift. Let me see what he got.
Very nice.
That's very nice.
We have a couch this morning, Tom.
Yeah.
Beautiful, too.
You know, Tom, who would have predicted that one day that you know, when you first did come on the scene, Robin reminds me that, you know, I was guilty of this. I said, you know, there's no way Tom can have a career of his own. There's no way. He's there. He married Roseanne for the money. Which I still believe, by the way.
Well, goes without saying.
Yeah, right. I mean,
he wouldn't be the first.
Yeah, I didn't ever believe there was love there. I just don't believe it. That's all I can say. Because even like your new wife, your beautiful new wife.
Yeah, Julie.
Yeah, she doesn't look anything like Roseanne.
Yeah, I mean, you didn't even marry.
I noticed that.
Yeah. Julie's very thin and blonde and, you know, and young and.
But she's a good person. See, she's a good person, and that's
what
why
are
you marry
about
people.
Roseanne?
Oh, she's a good. You know, she's great. She's great.
Did she make you sign something that says that you don't get paid unless you don't have an amicable?
You're not getting.
No, I never got any money.
Right.
We just separate. We just
what?
What are you talking about? You never got any money?
No, I mean there was
really
no alimony. There was nothing like that.
Wait a minute. But there was like.
We divided up the two houses. That was it.
That's it. No cash was exchanged.
Yeah. Well, wait. We sold the value of the two houses. We divided that.
Wait
in half,
a minute. Wasn't there, you know, like a certain amounts of monies she made during the time that you were married?
Yeah, that and the show.
Well, that you were entitled to.
Yeah, but we would have had to go to court and. You know, God
you never had to go
knows
through all that.
No.
Yeah. So it was all split up.
Yeah, and unfortunately, I had these bad movies I could make, and so
we did a bunch of them and made a whole much more money.
Right.
That's right. And now you're doing what? A TV show? I read.
I'm
somewhere?
going to do a TV show next summer, and I got a movie named Touch that comes out February 14th, directed by Paul Schrader. You know, an ensemble good movie with Chris Walken and Bridget Fonda and Skeet Ulrich and.
I got to tell you something. You look goddamn good. What did you do to yourself?
I have lost 75 pounds since I was here with you last. I've been working out real hard, and you know I haven't been shooting movies away.
What about your nose? Is that your real nose? Or
Yeah, that's
my
real nose. The only thing I had done is still broken.
Right.
But I couldn't breathe, and then I got this. They got it fixed inside, and it's still I can't breathe.
They didn't fix it because I mean you look damn. I mean you know I noticed noses because I got such a bad one.
Yeah.
You didn't get that fixed at all?
No.
Really?
No, I still probably should. I just have less fat around my face. It makes it look better.
Did you get just from working out, or you didn't get a liposuction or anything?
No. I did that once a long time ago when I was still fat. It doesn't work if you're fat.
Right. You got to be thin.
Yeah.
That's right.
Now, is it true that you wrote a letter to Roseanne criticizing the show this year?
Yeah, well, I see.
Now, what's with you? Why don't you leave her alone?
Well,
already?
I know. Well, but here's the thing. I'd watched the show, and I was sending back a bunch of boxes of her pictures of her and the kids stuff. And,
no, don't even want pictures anymore.
Yeah, right. Well, Julie doesn't want them in the house.
No.
Right.
I've got a couple pictures just in case she gets a little too wacky.
Really?
You know, just a little reminder.
Yeah.
But
is that right? Is that really true?
I was going to bring you one for your birthday, but
no good. Did you guys used to take like nude pictures of yourself and stuff when you were a couple?
I didn't.
Right.
Thank God.
Yeah. She took the pictures.
Well, I mean, you know, all women, you know, artistically.
Right.
And but no, what were we talking about?
I don't know.
We were talking about the letter.
Oh, the letter. Well, I sent a bunch of her boxes of her stuff that I found in the barn and stuff for the kids. Real nice.
Right. You were cleaning out your house and you found a bunch of things that belonged to Roseanne.
Right. Like her early comedy act stuff she'd really want. And
right.
So I sent it over there, and I'd seen the show that week, and I wrote a personal letter and had it hand delivered to her, not by me, obviously. And it just said that, you know, I owe you a lot. You know, you've done a lot for me. I made a lot of mistakes myself in my career, especially this year. Right. Hopefully I've learned from it. But I got to tell you something. the show I saw last Tuesday was crap. That's exactly what I said. I said, I know you deserve better. The other actors deserve better. It's not what you wanted to do. And if you're not embarrassed now, you're going to be embarrassed.
Wow.
And I know you can turn it around. Everybody wants you to go out on top. So, just good luck, Roseanne. I know you can do it. That's personal.
So, that's a pretty heavy letter to write because it's going to sort of hurt her in one way. But at the same point, you were doing it because you said, hey, you
were trying to shake her into...
Yeah. Well, I used to be, we were friends for a long time, and then I worked on the show for 6 years, and I thought, but then she read it to the studio audience that night and gave it to the star.
Oh, man. What did you think? It kind of backfired, huh?
Yeah.
What did you, because she probably said, well, why is Tom still bothering me? We went, we went through a breakup and everything, but you honestly meant it as like, hey,
absolutely,
you can do it.
And absolutely, she has worked so hard and done such a great show for so long, and it was changed so much. I just thought maybe.
And you weren't saying you were the expert. You were saying, hey, I made mistakes this career too.
I made a million.
Right. So did you giggle when you wrote the letter, or did you?
No, it was hard. I took my time. I tried to write it as lovingly as possible.
Right.
You never know when it's going to hit. You can't. I don't expect anything from it, but I didn't expect what happened. But you never know if it's going to say, hey, wait a minute, maybe people around me aren't telling me everything, and maybe he's. Being objective, I don't know.
Yeah, right. So what did you think was wrong with the show when you saw it?
Well, it just isn't the same show anymore. It's
they won the lottery or something, and they're now a wealthy family.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
But it's not just that it just is everything that she mocked about television and other shows and everything she's done to improve television. Her show had become that.
Right. So you let her know it.
Yeah.
Well, now you're going back into.
Yeah.
Now will you teach everybody what they should do on television?
No.
No, you don't want to do that.
No, I have nothing. But I know what she can do.
Do you think Roseanne will now write you a letter when your TV show comes on?
Yeah, she'll be watching you.
Yeah, I know she's going to be.
I'm sure her lawyers will write me a nice letter.
Yeah.
They wrote me one that day that I sent the letter. Quit stalking her, they said.
Yeah, right.
And then when I was on a show called The Naked Truth on the same lot as her about 3 or 4 weeks ago.
You ran into each other?
No.
I was going to ask you if you did.
She sent her PAs over and I came to my dressing room and they were in there, and we caught them in there. They put a star up on the dressing room door that said Tom and had a small penis that said 3 inches. And that's funny because and everything. But if I could just do so I got this is sick. Sorry that I did this, but I just as a joke back, I got a picture of the Grand Canyon and put 3 miles on it.
Yeah.
And I was going to send that back. See, but she would have me arrested for that.
Right.
Otherwise,
it's all right if she makes jokes.
Right.
But when you make jokes, it's not funny.
Right.
Isn't it funny how the two of you are still going at it? There's got to be some sort of love there.
Well, I just honestly with the letter, I just meant I have respect for her. I do, and you aren't with somebody for a long time or friends with them, and it just suddenly
goes away.
Yeah.
So you haven't run into her since the divorce?
Oh no,
not at all.
No, except once in court,
right.
And that's it.
Do you think in your future you'll ever have sex with her again? Do you think it could happen where?
I doubt it. I seriously doubt it.
We're just hoping for friendship.
Yeah, friendship would be a nice thing.
You must have meant a lot to her on one level because she's still sending things over to your dressing room and hanging stuff on the door.
I think so.
I mean, I think that's the greatest compliment.
I think it is, really.
To be forgotten would be the worst part.
And it would actually, the penis was a little bit bigger than 3 inches, too. And that's an improvement because it used to be just the 3.
Right. For a while, you were saying you were 1 inch.
Yeah, I know.
That was kind of nice. So it didn't really bother you. You said, "Hey, it's a joke."
Yeah.
You have a good. You always come on smiling about it, but at the same point, all this stuff is going on. You have to think that maybe there's some anger there.
Oh, I'm sure there's some still. Evidently, everybody says, "Oh, she still likes you." That's the thing. She can't get over it. But it doesn't seem like that. I mean,
not to you.
Not to me.
Now, Tom, you brought me a beautiful gift. I got to thank you for this. You know what this is, Robin?
Of course, it's another
Ostrich.
script.
This is a.
How many do you have? 1 million of them?
No, I don't. Gary Marshall got me one. It is a script book. That's when you finish a movie. Evidently, you don't put this in while you're shooting the movie.
Well, you can if you want.
Yeah, but it looks.
But then everybody
kind of
laughs at you because he already tried that.
Yeah, right. See, Gary Marshall got me a script book.
He's a nice guy.
So I didn't know what to do with it because I'd never done a movie before. So I took my script, I put it in, I showed up on the set with my script book, and I was holding it on my arm, and everyone's like, "Look at that asswipe. He's running around with a script book on his script." You know what I mean? That's really not cool. But what I did is I took his script book, and I now have my copy of the original, copy of the Private Parts script. There were so many damn rewrites that who knows? I've got plenty of scripts to stick in this book.
Right, and you'll do. I'm sure you'll do many more movies.
Is that ostrich?
Yeah.
Good. I like to kill endangered species.
It is good.
But it's for a good cause. It's my
Absolutely.
book.
Are ostriches endangered?
I don't know.
No.
There's tons of them.
People eat them as meat now in Iowa.
Do they really?
Yeah. In fact, they have ostrich farms.
Yeah, they do.
Yes.
They raise them, and their brains the size of a pea.
Is it really?
Jackie knows about that, but I'm just kidding. I'm kidding.
But actually, in fact, today, in honor of Tom being here, we're going to bring in a live ostrich, and we're going to kill it right on.
Oh, that'd be good.
That's right.
Can I do it?
Yes, you can do it yourself. You'll break its neck.
That's all. It's quick.
Tom, I want to thank you for coming and honoring me.
Thank you. I'm honored.
Really great for you to be here.
I'm honored.
Tom Arnold, and what are you working on now? The TV show or the movie?
I've written the TV show, just kind of casting it, and then I have another movie, McKill's Navy, that comes out at the end of April.
So you created this TV show?
Yeah, yes.
What will you play?
I play a guy that went through a couple years before, had gone through a divorce. He used to work with his ex-wife.
From a very wealthy woman. Yeah.
Oprah. It's Oprah, so it's based on the character of my ex-wife.
That's it.
Yeah.
So you really, that's good. I like that. And you'll be married to a fat woman?
No. I used to.
You used to be married to a fat woman.
Pretty one.
And you get a young
I
pretty
develop
wife.
a relationship with a younger woman on the show. Is what I do.
That's good.
Yeah.
I like that. So in other words, you were married to a fat woman, and then you meet a young pretty woman.
Not necessarily fat.
Why don't you just call it the Tom Arnold life story?
No, we've seen that. That's a sad thing.
No, we like that one.
Okay.
Tom Arnold,
Thanks,
everybody.
guys.
Good morning, Howard. Happy birthday to you. You were a bad boy. Last year you were a bad boy. This is Uncle Morty. Do you remember you took bets as to when I would die? Well, your worst nightmare is here. I lived. But in so doing, Howard, happy birthday. Happy birthday, lad. This beautiful $1,925 casket is yours on your birthday. You'll be losing your mind if you don't use this beautiful casket as soon as possible. Happy birthday to Howard Stern from his Uncle Morton Downey Jr.
I'm watching my general manager, Tom Chiusano, contemplate that this whole bash cost $80,000. That's what I heard. And he's actually passing a hat among our sponsors, trying to collect money. It's very, very brave of him. That's a bold
he
move.
decided to cut costs and doesn't come out with that cake at the end of the show.
Yeah, that's right. I wouldn't mind that. Now, Robin, there's so many people in our audience I want to talk to, but you say there's
yes, I have a phone call for you here, Howard. You know how every year I try to mend fences with someone with whom we've had a falling out over the year, and this year is no exception. I'm going to try once again to end one of these things.
Oh, man, this is too much.
The person we had the worst falling out with in the past year.
Kathy Lee?
No, we'll never get that. I've given up on that one.
A falling out. Who did I have a falling out with?
Yeah, this was a guy who we did talk to.
Yeah.
And then something happened.
I know who it is.
Okay.
Bob Galtway.
No.
Who is it?
Morton Downey Jr.
Oh, you're kidding.
He's still alive.
You're kidding me.
Yes, and he's on the phone.
Is he on the phone?
I have gone all over this country, Howard Robin.
Yes, I was wrong. You did
I've gone all
live.
over this country looking for the proper present for your birthday.
And what is that?
I'm out in California. You're going to see tonight or tomorrow night on your television show, you're going to see what I purchased for you and what I have spent a lot of time looking at, because I thought for a while I might be in one myself, but you lost your bet and I didn't die on the operating table. I'm still alive.
Now, I understand you're going to fake dying in a plane crash on the way to California. Is that true?
That is the new one. That is the new one. We were going to get that done. I had it all set in a little place up near Detroit. But,
now, I have a theory, Mort. You know, I was surprised.
You
because
have a lot of theories.
You were one of those guys I just thought anything goes. And when you were going in for your operation, your cancer operation, I thought it would be kind of interesting to take a bet whether you would live or die. And I don't think you took offense at it. I think your wife did.
Oh, Lori did. She took offense terribly because you know what? She loves me, Howard.
Yeah, she
just
does.
like you do, basically.
Well, she truly does love you.
Basically, you got kind of a dig thing for me, don't you?
Yeah. So what happened in the house after we made the bet? Like, you were going in for the cancer operation, but you got to admit it wasn't all that serious. You didn't have that much cancer, did you?
Just 2 of my lobes had to come out, Howard. How lucky for me.
Right.
Only lost 2/3 of the right lung instead of...
big deal.
But what a recovery. Would you grow another one?
Yeah, I mean, you recovered kind of quick, so right away we figured it wasn't that serious.
Now, see, that's where everyone makes a mistake. It's because I think positively.
Right, so...
I think positive, so I'm going to live. I'm going to live. And why am I going to live? Because Howard says I'm going to die.
So
Well, then we helped.
So then so what happened when we made the bet? What happened? Your wife came into the room crying or yelling?
Unglued.
Really?
She don't. Well, you know, Lori. She doesn't cry over anything. She was just trying to figure out how to kill you without anyone knowing she was the one who did it.
Yeah, right. And then she gave you a hard time, and then you said, "Hey, I'm not going on Howard's show."
And then you badmouthed him everywhere.
Yeah, you badmouthed me everywhere for that.
I I just went. It was wonderful. What a catharsis that was. But
So-
then Lori would say, well, how can you even talk about doing Howard? I said, well, you don't understand. Howard and I are basically friends.
That's right. Now, what happened? Now, where is Lori now? Is she there with you?
No, I tried to get her to come this morning.
See, I
but
still
wait till
couldn't
you see
patch
your
that
TV.
up.
You couldn't patch that
Wait
up.
till you see the gift I've gotten you on your television show tonight or tomorrow
You know what? He's
What?
doing this from a coffin.
Oh, is he really? They actually have him in the coffin. That's good. Is he really?
Yes.
No kidding.
And they have an e-camera on him.
Oh, no kidding. You're actually in a coffin.
I am lying in the coffin.
That's too
that
good.
I took a collection of to give to you for your birthday.
Well,
You
Morton,
always
listen,
have
I am
that
glad
hanging
that you survived your cancer.
And I'm glad you're talking to us again. It
Yeah.
wasn't.
Are you kidding? I love you guys.
And I appreciate you coming
I like
on the
Robin
show.
to come out here so I can always get her a seat at the China Club.
There you go. Morton Downey Jr., everybody, on
Thanks,
the birthday
Mort.
show.
Happy birthday, guys.
And for my birthday, I want you to start smoking again. Are you smoking still?
No, are you kidding me? I'd have to be out of my mind.
Well, you still have lungs left. You don't have to worry. All right, Mort, thank you. The great Morton Downey Jr. calling
Yes.
in on the birthday show. Well, that was very good that you got him to call.
Yeah, well, I was surprised because remember we had him booked on the show
Right.
once since then, and he stood us up. You know,
Yes.
that was his big dig. He
Yes.
just didn't show up at all.
That's true.
So I was wondering if we could get him on the phone, and then he decided he had this great idea. He'd get into a coffin and do the interview.
So, who won the bet, by the way, on the Morton Downey death pool?
I think I'm still in the running.
You are. If he,
Yes.
Gee whiz, I was going to beg him to check out of the planet. I didn't want you to win. What is it, Dominic?
I won the bet. You all owe me.
I'll get out of here. You
How does he figure?
fat bastard.
You missed Dominic.
The great bloated attorney, Dominic Barber, ladies and gentlemen.
You missed
Fresh-
Dominic tripping over the TV cables before, Howard. It's pretty funny.
Oh, no.
You know what's even funnier? Looking at Dominic, obviously he was somewhere in the sun. He's all tan. I'm wondering if the rest of his body is tan. And does he lay in a
Oh, is
bathing
it
suit?
pinned right at his neck?
Who's better looking right now?
Then who?
You or me?
Me, of course. You look a mess. You're 900 pounds. There's no way you're better looking than me.
All right, Howard, we have to move along. I'm afraid you can't have fun with Dominic right
Oh.
now because there's a band here
Uh-oh.
whose song you just happened to pull out last week, and you said, I can't believe I really like this song.
Really?
Here are the Wallflowers.
Wow, yeah, wallflowers. Coming all over here.
Hey.
Hey, Jacob. Nice to meet you. How's it going? Hey, thanks. So anyway, I was just talking about you guys the other morning. I didn't know you were going to be on the show. Did you guys... Yeah, take a seat. Did you hear I was talking about you?
I heard something about that, Howard.
Yeah, well, I'm a big fan of the band, and it's a good thing because Robin said, gee, you didn't know they were coming on, and you whipped out the CD and you started playing it, and, it could have gone either way. Either I was going to goof on it, or I was going to be a big fan. And Robin said, well, great. If he says something bad, they'll never show up.
Well, I think we were going to come anyhow. I heard about it, and I figured if it was anything, it would be the night. It was nice for you, Howard.
Oh, come on,
What you
please.
said about it.
It was well, I was talking about
It
how...
was real good. It was real good for him.
You said some nice things, I heard.
First of all, I said you were real good looking. I said you're better looking than your dad, number one. That's number one. Number two, I was talking about how hard it's got to be. Like the rest of the band, they're probably the most famous guys in their family. You know what I mean? Right? I mean, you guys are...
I don't know.
Of course.
Right? Like, you're not you're not like the son of, Dean Martin or something, right? It's hard for Jacob because he's Jacob Dylan. It's a tough thing.
I mean, you had to question even whether you should go into music.
See, Jacob, like you see my parents sitting there? It was easy to outstrip them. I mean, take a look. You know what I'm saying? I mean, it was no problem. I love them. And
I don't know.
everything.
They look pretty great to me.
They are great. But the point I'm making is that I was saying that, being Bob Dylan's son, it's got to be so great because the whole time you're growing up, you're hearing how great your father is and all that kind of crap. And then all of a sudden, you start writing music and everyone's going, oh, yeah, he just wants to be like
Did your father help?
No.
Or encourage you?
No, probably not. Go ahead. Sorry.
Howard, you're right.
Am I right?
I haven't needed any help yet. I'll call you if I need help, I'll call you.
I think it's so cool that you're 10 times better than your father, man. That's so great, man. What a payback. It's beautiful.
Did you even like your father's music?
Yeah. I mean, seriously. I mean, how exciting is that? Like, now does your dad come to you and, all of a sudden want to start cutting demos with you and all that kind of stuff?
I don't know what you've heard, Howard, but he's actually doing all right.
No, he's doing okay, but he hasn't exactly written anything new that anyone's getting all turned on by. You know what I'm saying? I mean, he had his day and everything, and now you're
Well, I
coming
don't think you guys are playing, but other people are.
No, well, you know what I mean. I mean, his music was great in its day, but now all of a sudden, when you come up on the outside like this, you got to be so goddamn happy. You're beside yourself. I mean, you proved that you could play in the arena. You know what I'm
Well, how do
saying?
you hook up with other band members? I mean,
Was everyone at first like, oh, yeah, he's Bob Dylan's son. He probably sucks and all that
I
kind
actually
of stuff.
don't think Rami's the guy who started the group, but I don't think he knew for a while.
Right, and what were you saying? Oh, yeah, Bob Dylan's son, great. Yeah, probably can't even
Easy
play.
ticket.
Right?
Well, I had no idea for the
It's a
first
very
couple months.
competitive world, you got it.
Yeah, I know.
I had no idea for a couple months, and then I was like, great, let's get a record deal. How
Right.
about it?
Yeah, right. Hey,
You
we're
were
tired
ready
of
to
being.
run with that, right?
Yeah, right. By the way, your father's Julius LaRosa, is that correct? I just got word. Is that right?
I was trying to keep it down.
But it had to be cool. Was it cool growing up being Bob Dylan's son, or was it a pain in the ass?
Well, I'm still growing up, Howard. I'm doing okay.
But it was a pain in the ass. I can tell by that answer. It's very non-committal.
A pain in the ass?
Yeah, but your dad was real liberal. I mean, you could have even have black women sleep over your house, right, and have sex with them, right? Couldn't you? It's like, what? What am I talking about? Just trying to get some inside scoop. You know what I mean? How does Judy Collins look nude?
Oh, stop it.
Wasn't she running around the house naked all the time and stuff?
No, I didn't see any of that.
Did you have an exciting childhood? I mean, did you always have celebrities over the house, or was it just like everybody else's childhood or drag?
It was probably like everybody else's. It was probably a little more like probably surprisingly more like Leave It to Beaver than you're thinking.
But was it cool? Like would your dad come home and go, "Hey man, I just wrote Blowing in the Wind, man. I'm getting tons of dough," and then running around with his check?
How old do you think I am?
I don't know. I don't know how old you are. I don't know, man. I have no sense of a timeline. You know what I mean?
That song's about twice as old as I am.
No, but I was really kind of shocked, man. When I heard your music, I got to admit, I was like, okay, Bob Dylan's son. You know, I was caught up in the whole thing, and I went, I'm not going to like this. I know it's going to suck. He's just got this record contract because he's Bob Dylan's son. And then the song blew me away, and then your second single came out, and that one blew me away. So I'm a real fan of the band. You know what I'm saying?
Well, I appreciate it.
Yeah, I mean, it's really good stuff. Who writes all these songs?
So far, I have.
Really?
Yeah.
What's with you two guys, man? Why don't you get with it? Come on, get with the program. Write down something. So you write all the lyrics and the music and everything?
Yeah.
Right? And you have to split evenly with all the guys, or how does that all work? How does the whole finances work?
Hey, don't make us start fighting on the radio.
Yeah, right.
I got to buy all this fancy clothes. So.
Do you guys still travel in the same tour bus, or is Jacob taken to his own tour bus at this point?
Did Jacob always have his own tour?
Oh, you mean you always had your own tour bus? Oh, okay.
We throw them in little trucks, and then we take the tour.
Yeah, aren't you supposed to starve for a while when you're in rock and roll?
No, you don't have
part
to.
Of it.
Jacob proved that you don't have to.
I always had the bus, but the company was nice enough to buy them bicycles.
Right.
And they followed.
Yeah.
So anyway, so life is good for you guys, and like you've been touring around. I actually heard that you guys did me a real favor because you weren't on tour or anything. You just decided to come in here because you were fans of the show and stuff.
That's
really,
great.
That's really nice of you to do, and I'm a big fan of your band, and I wish you a lot of success. The Wallflowers, everyone, here on the birthday show.
Happy birthday, Howard Stern. Well, those private parts. Yeah. Happy birthday, Howard Stern.
Thanks very much.
This has been exciting.
Yes, we have to quickly get to our next guest. He's a very busy man.
Really?
But he decided to stop by today just to wish you a happy birthday. We haven't seen him in a while, certainly not since he says he won $20 million in the Tyson Holyfield fight.
Oh, there he is.
Here is Donald Trump.
Donald Trump always stopping by. Look at him. Yeah, I got to get to the bottom of that $20 million.
Yeah, let's see if we can get him to give us some of the money.
There he is.
It was money he wasn't expecting anyway.
Hey, Donald, get your hand off my mother's ass. What's the matter with you? You're a married man. Out there's my sister, really into him. What, you lose a bunch of weight or something?
Yeah, you look great.
Yeah, you look good.
How are you?
Here he is, the richest man in America, Donald Trump. Where were you, in the sun? What happened? Yeah, sit down. Sit down.
Yeah, see, he's got so much money now he doesn't even work anymore.
Yeah, you're not working anymore?
Howard.
You're on that. How you doing? Thank you, first of all, Donald, for coming in here and brightening our day as you know you do.
Well, thank you very much.
Now, you look
Thank
like you've been in the sun. What were you, on a vacation?
Well, I was actually playing tennis yesterday in
with who?
Palm Beach.
Now, it had to be with somebody famous, right? You wouldn't just play
Somebody-
tennis with anybody.
Somebody very attractive and reasonably famous.
Who is that?
I can't tell you.
Your wife?
Yes.
Yes, it was, right?
That's right.
So anyway, what happened with the $20 million? Did you really win the $20 million, or?
Well, a reporter came up and
Right.
said, "Did you win $20 million?"
Right.
And I said, "I have absolutely no comment."
Really?
And they said 3 or 4 times, "Did you win?" I said, "I have absolutely no comment."
Right.
The next day, I was quoted in every paper.
Right. As
saying that I did.
Right.
And in actuality, I made a very, very small bet.
Right.
It was much less than that amount.
Well, only
and
like
now
10
Mike
million.
Tyson's angry at me.
Why?
Really?
Why is he angry at you?
Well, he's
he bet
angry because I
against
bet
him.
Oh, because you bet. Oh, that's right. But you did bet against
Evander Holyfield is a little bit upset because I said I only made the bet because of 20 to 1 odds.
Yeah, right. You like the odds.
So they're all calling and they're all angry. I lost a lot of friends.
But you have to bet because you own casinos and
Life
stuff.
is
so
a bet.
That's right. That's the way it is.
Life is one big fat bet.
Let me ask you a question, though. When you bet and you win, do you still have to give some of that to Ivana, or are you done with that completely? Are you out of that whole mess?
Well, she's developed a little cottage industry with, you know, Donald. And
Yes,
she works.
that's right.
But, you know, you hand a girl, a woman,
Yes.
a lot of money.
Oh, she's a girl because she doesn't think like a woman.
You've always said that.
I never liked her. I never liked her. I always thought she was bad for you. Never liked her, and I stuck with you through the whole divorce. When a lot of people were coming down on you, a lot of women's lib types were saying you should stick with your wife, this and that. I thought Ivana was a big pain in the ass. You got rid of her, and you're doing just fine. I'll be honest. I run from accents. I never
and,
thought...
you know, he's been very consistent.
Really?
I will tell you, he has been very consistent. This is a huge audience.
It's funny because Donald has always said there's only two people who stuck with him through the whole thing, and that was Marla and you.
That's right. Me and Marla are alike.
Well, of course, Howard came to my wedding.
Yeah.
And I ran back and turned on the television because we had lots of coverage. I wanted to see how they covered my wedding. This is not good.
You're right.
Now, Marla hasn't been there before. I've been there before. So, you know, I wanted to see how it was covered. And they had him, he said there wasn't a wet eye in the house.
Right.
That was one quote,
Yeah.
which was a total disaster. And the other thing he said, this is the night of the wedding. You know, you're sitting, it's romantic, it's beautiful.
Right.
He said, I give the marriage 4 months at best.
Yeah, that's true.
This was on every television station in the country.
You have outlasted
This
that
was a
prediction.
disaster.
That's the only reason.
No, I made him look bad.
That's the only reason he stayed married, to prove me wrong. He would have been divorced a long time ago. He just to prove me wrong. But of course, I wasn't the only famous guest. OJ was there, and of course, you provided the picture for the back of my book.
Right. I should get a piece of that book. That was a very successful book.
Yes, it was. But I'm not giving you anything
and
from it.
of course, you think OJ is very innocent. I know that. Right?
Yeah. Well, by the way,
why else was he on the back of the book?
By the way, let me make a statement here, and this is a testament to Donald Trump. OJ didn't kill anyone that night that we were at the wedding. You kept OJ you kept him in line.
Night.
That's right. You
Not
really
that
did.
night.
I was afraid. You were really good friends with OJ, right? I mean, I was shocked.
I mean, how good a friend would you say he was?
Well, I used to play a lot of golf with OJ.
Yeah.
And I was always a little bit surprised when I'd see that OJ, he was very arthritic and he wasn't able, because I said, gee, I just played golf with him. I mean,
you never saw him have a problem, huh?
Didn't seem to be anything wrong with him when he was playing
He
golf.
took a lot of Advil. That was the thing.
How come they didn't call Donald as a witness?
Yeah, I know. Well, that'll be next.
In fact, I was standing next to OJ when you were cutting the cake, and OJ says, I wonder what kind of knife that is that Donald Trump is using. He was like really curious. You know what I mean? It was pretty wild. That's it. So
but Dominic called me up. Where's Dominic?
Dominic Barber, the bloat. There he is, over there.
He called me. He said, you've got to be here. You've got to be here. And I missed last year, and I felt all year long, I felt guilty about it.
Is
so
that
I said,
right?
I'm going to be here.
Well, I'm glad you're here this year.
You should be here. It's a tradition to be here on the birthday
It's
show.
almost tradition.
And you couldn't feel too bad
right.
about the fact that Ivana's now suing the people who made her yacht or whatever.
Yeah, you love that.
Know, what people don't know, Ivana calls me constantly. I need a yacht. I want a boat. I want a this. It's not a yacht. First of all, it's a cabin cruiser.
Right.
This
It's not a real yacht. Yeah.
I asked, as you saw, I asked her not to buy it. Don't buy it. But once you buy it, you have it.
Right.
Now you don't knock the hell out of it. So now it's got zero value. She's not going to win the lawsuit. It's got zero value.
What are you saying? She's not a good businesswoman?
So she lost $6 million of my money, and I'm not happy about it.
Right. She bought a yacht with your money and lost the money.
She certainly did.
Yes, she did.
And the thing, problem.
You know, I'm sitting on the plane. I see this First Wives Club, and they got Ivana, and I said, this is another thing. You just sit home and take care of the kids. Take care of Donald's kids.
It does get out of control, but that's okay.
Right. Now, how do you feel about your daughter's modeling career? You okay with that?
She's doing great. I mean, she's really, you know, she likes it. Ivanka.
Right.
And she's doing tremendously well.
Well, listen, and you're doing well. You are here. You're remarried. Your marriage is successful. Yes, it's true. The whole thing with Ivana was very public and all that. But as Donald taught me one very important lesson.
What did he teach you?
He took me aside at his wedding, and he said to me, you know, now I'm getting remarried. He said to me, Howard, vagina is expensive. That is what he said to me, and I'll never forget those words. And the guy was right.
Those are exact words?
Those were the exact words, ladies and gentlemen. And don't I know it. The great Donald Trump, everybody. Thanks for coming by on the birthday show. Donald Trump.
We're also doing a special Howard Stern. Would you give Howard Stern a happy birthday wish right into the camera here? Listen, we're also doing a special for Howard Stern. Would you like to say happy birthday to Howard? Happy birthday, Howard.
Okay. Happy birthday, Howard.
I can see this is a professional birthday show this year.
Obviously, K-Rock didn't put it together.
No, that's right. They must have been completely out of it. And I must even tell you, even the lighting, we are so well lit. And I got to tell you something. The better lit the show, the more scared I get of our audience. I got to be honest with you. It's a little frightening. I wish it wasn't lit so well.
Well, Howard, you know, there are traditions with that come along with the birthday show.
Thank you, Robin.
Traditions that come along with working at K-Rock, like Tom dragging me to lunch once a year.
Yes.
There's traditions like Don Buchwald having his awful Christmas party every year.
That's true.
And along with that tradition is the tradition of Jay Leno being the first to greet you on your birthday.
I am so honored. The king of late night.
He's now on the phone.
The king of late night.
The king of late night, greeting the king of all media.
Is that the king of late night?
Hi, happy birthday.
How you doing, Jay? You know, Jay, I didn't think this year you would do it. I thought maybe you'd gotten too big to even be on my birthday show.
A man is never too big to stoop and help a child.
Oh, please. You know something? Jay and I have actually now known each other.
For too long.
For too long, actually. Jay is quite sick of me.
Do you know how long, Howard? I bet you can't remember.
Well, I know that I went to see, the first time I ever saw Jay was at a comedy club in Washington, D.C.
Yes.
I mean, Jay didn't know me, but I sat in the comedy club. I was stunned by how great Jay was.
So that didn't count.
Did I actually?
We talked right after that.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah, that was what, 82?
82.
I thought in 82 you had me thrown out of the club.
No, I remember.
That's right. That was a long time ago.
That was the last time you were ever polite, I remember.
Yeah. Somebody actually told me that, like, this guy was like a great comedian. You better go
Uh-huh.
see him. So I went down to see him, and of course Jay blew everyone away and had me thrown out of the building. But no, that was the first time I met Jay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't realize it was that long ago. I was thinking it was NBC.
And Jay, you know, I want to remind you, I have been there for you ever since. I hope you remember that. No, I'm being serious. Now think about that. When Jay first got the appointment to the Tonight Show.
Yes.
When you first got the appointment to the Tonight Show, Jay, you know, a lot of people were like running to do Dave and everything. And I not only,
Howard?
No, I always did Dave, but I always did Jay. In
You
fact, many
never
times
had
I
a
did
problem. You never said you were going to choose between one of the two of them. You always said, I'll do both.
I always said I'll do both. And I always said that I would, and matter of fact, there was a time that Dave would call me and say, hey, do my show first. I said, no, I did your show first the last time. I'm doing Jay.
Yeah.
And Jay really owes me.
Jay?
Jay, don't you owe me?
But Howard, the last time you said you would never do my show again, remember?
Yeah, well, I'm back.
Remember that? And I was thinking, oh, I'm screwed now. What am I going to do?
Don't be such a big shot. Listen.
Oh, man, I'm screwed. Howard won't do my show. I said, well, I don't know. If the guy won't do it, what am I going to do?
Listen, you know, many times I come on Jay's show and I bring him the high ratings.
Mhm.
I mean, he has high ratings on his own, but I do bring exceptionally high ratings. Be honest. I'm a damn good guest.
We did good, though.
Yes, we do. We do good.
2 out of 3 is not bad, yeah.
Yeah. Who's on the Tonight Show tonight?
Nobody. We're reruns this week.
Oh, really?
You took a week off?
And you mean you woke up early?
I was in New York yesterday. I just got back.
You're kidding.
So you should have been here live. It's no
Why'd you
excuse.
leave?
I couldn't. I had to get back.
And what were you doing in New York?
I had a private date.
What do you mean a private date? You're going out with girls now? Finally broke down.
Yeah, you know, I don't make as much money as some other talk shows. I got to do work on the side.
You mean you actually did stand-up yesterday?
Yeah.
The guy made about,
What kind of clubs are you playing now?
yeah, what did you play?
Private date.
What do you mean like a private date? What was it?
What, do you do conventions?
Corporate date.
What do you mean corporate? Who'd you work for?
Company, you know, one of those deals.
Oh, really?
Jay's still doing that?
Actually, he
I'm
did
out every weekend. I do dates every weekend.
Jay actually did my kid's birthday yesterday. It's unbelievable. He still has that drive.
He's doing weddings, bar mitzvahs.
Yeah, it was a small party. It was about 10 children, and the kids were going
and
wild.
Jay was really wonderful.
And you know what?
The money was good. What am I going to do?
It didn't really cost that much. It wasn't that bad.
That's right. Value per bang for buck.
And Jay, you're still, so are you serious? You go out almost every weekend and you do this kind of work?
And you do
I'm out every
corporate
weekend.
stuff.
Why? Because you love stand-up so much?
I am a stand-up. This TV is my day job.
Yeah, and you're happy?
Yeah, I'm very happy.
And, I mean, you never see your wife during the week. Then you run off.
And then you run off on the weekend.
No, she came with me to New York.
Oh, she did?
Yeah.
And what, did you get a hotel room and you did her in the hotel?
Yeah, the whole bitch. Yeah.
Really? No kidding.
You can do that when you're married.
There's still romance.
Oh, yeah.
Unbelievable. Because Jay
You
did-
got to write a book, Jay.
We just got engaged.
Yeah, Jay. You know what? This is the kind of thing that always fascinates me about Jay.
Yeah.
He finally broke down this year, and he did admit in an interview that he is tempted by the women on the Tonight Show.
Occasionally.
Occasionally.
Yes, he thinks about it, but then he lets it go.
Yeah, believe me.
He's like Jimmy Carter.
He thinks about it. Believe me, 90% of his day he's thinking about it. That's why he's working
that's
so
me.
hard. Let me tell you something.
You know my motto?
What?
Remember that scene in The Godfather where Michael says, Fredo, get rid of the girls.
That's right. You don't want to get... You know what? I learned this year there is a penis in your pants.
That's the best scene. Fredo, get rid of the
Unbelievable.
girls.
Jay, listen, I do appreciate you calling in.
Yes, this is wonderful.
And I want you to know that you owe me a lot.
No. But Howard, you said you would never do my show again. And I said, oh, geez, I don't want the guy to go back on his word. I mean, remember the last...
You don't want him to break his word?
Do you want me to come on your show and promote my movie or not?
Are you asking me?
Yeah. I'm asking you.
Do you need a favor?
Oh, I see. He wants me to grovel. Yes.
No,
Can I come on your show this year and promote my movie? Would that be okay?
Is it going to help you out?
Yeah.
Howard, if you need a favor, you just ask.
Jay, what am I, Robert Wool? What, I got to call you at your house?
Hey, you need a favor, you call me.
Oh, man. So what are you telling me? You don't want me on your show anymore?
No, you said you didn't want to do my show.
Yeah, but maybe I said it then, but now I need to do your show.
On and then you went over to Dave's show and you bowed and kissed and
you know what?
Oh boy, here we go again. You're always comparing, Jay.
There's something
Stop
really
that.
weird going on here.
What?
No,
You know, I'm setting up the promotion for my movie.
Yeah.
So listen. I call up. I say, hey, I want. Jay's show has always called me to do the show, and I said, hey, I'm ready to do the show. And they're like, well, you gotta ask because Jay thinks you screwed him the last time.
Oh no.
But you did screw me last time, but that's okay.
I didn't screw you the last time. I was genuinely trying to do a good show, and I did do a good show.
You know my standard argument.
What? I know you think that I like Dave better than you, and that's not, that. You know what? That is so unfair.
No, it's not that you like him better.
What?
You treat him different.
I don't treat him.
They tell you what to do, and you do that.
Ooh.
I tell you what, Jay.
You know what I said to people? You know what people said to me?
What?
People said to me, ooh, when Howard came on and did the whole lesbian thing, oh, man, you look mad. He really trashed you. I said, but that's what Howard is. When Howard goes on shows, he trashes the shows, and he has fun. He has a good time. I said, okay. I said, I'm going to watch him next week on Dave.
Right.
And I watch you come on Dave, and the line that killed me was when, Dave, a couple of weeks ago, I was on another late night show. I said, the guy doesn't even have the
He hasn't gotten over
the name
that.
of the show.
You can't get over this.
You come on my show, you say Dave's name over and over again, thinking it's going to get me mad. It doesn't. I don't mind that because I say.
Do they tell you on the Letterman show that you can't say
No,
Jay's
not at
name?
all.
No,
Not at all.
Oh, but Howard did because he didn't want to get anybody.
You know what? You are still dwelling on this. Here's the deal. Jay is mad at me. This is a wet blanket on the birthday
Not
show.
mad.
Yeah, I mean, you're supposed to be calling to wish him a happy birthday. You're beating him up.
Jay, wait a second. Let me explain this one more time, okay? All right?
Go ahead.
Let me explain this to you. I thought that on your show, yes, you know something? I will admit, I was different on your show because every time I've done your show, and I explained this, I even explained this to David Letterman's staff, when you go on Jay's show, they let you do your thing.
Right.
They're very loose on that.
In fact, what you
I
have
let you
said.
do whatever you want because
and I've always
that's
been.
That's what you're famous for.
Yeah,
So when I see you on other shows, I expect you to treat them the same way. I expect you
And
to
I
say to
do.
them, no, you don't. You
But
sat
they're
down.
not as good as you, Jay.
Yeah, I mean, the point is.
But you sat down and you planned out everything you were going to do.
Yeah, and it was more boring.
It wasn't good at all.
Jay.
That's not my point. My point is you should have said to them in true Howard tradition,
Jay,
hey,
I
just do what I want.
Jay, I am not a show business professional. I wish you would understand that.
Yeah.
I came on your show. I came on your show with the best of intentions.
Howard,
What?
how long have we been friends?
Like 20 years.
All right, and we will stay friends.
Of course.
If you need something from me, you got it.
Yes, I would
So
like
he
to.
can
fact
do the
that we
show.
have-
So can I do your show or not?
The fact that we have disagreements
Right.
and things go back and forth.
You two are like a married couple.
I know, Jay. Jay, let me make a guarantee to you right now.
What's that?
I would like to come on your show because I love your show, and I would like to promote my movie. But also, I am going to have a discussion with you ahead of time and let you know what I am going to do.
And then he'll do something different. You know. he will.
All I ever ask
Right.
is that you treat all the shows equally. That's the only thing I ever ask.
All right.
You know? That's
I will. I promise
only
you, I will
criteria.
treat the show equally. Okay.
That's fine with me.
All right.
That's fine.
See, this was some happy birthday call
Yeah,
from Jay Leno.
yeah, you've been reprimanded.
No, Jay has been like really kind of tough on me.
I know, and I thought this was over because
thought it was
he came
over.
and did the show a couple of months ago, and he was okay, and now you're still on this whole thing.
No, he's on his period, and
Oh,
he has been giving me a hard time.
I'm still okay.
He's like, hey, come on, you asked me to do your favor. Listen, Jay, I'm asking you if I can do your show.
All right.
Is it okay?
Yeah, let's do it.
All right, let's have some fun and do it. Let's not
have
get
a good time.
uptight.
We'll promote the movie.
All right.
When does the movie open?
The movie opens March 7th.
And you won't say
So-
something silly like, I just want to have a real interview with Howard or anything like that.
Well, he's going to get a real interview from me.
No, but you know how he always says, he doesn't want you to do anything.
No, here's
he just
what I'm
wants to
doing.
really
Never
talk
said
to you.
that, Robin.
This is Jay. Here's what I want to do when I come on your
I
show.
always tell my staff, look, Howard's Howard. He's going to do what he's going to do. And was I mad the last time? Yes. But I just thought, well, that's Howard. And then I saw a different side of Howard. He went on other shows and was completely
Jay, I don't want to be the same
Other
on every
shows?
show. No, Letterman. Jay, I don't want to be the same on every show. I want it to be different
There's
for
a
your
special
show.
thing that happens between you and Howard. Don't you realize
Yeah.
that?
Jay
It's more
wants to-
fun to see Howard on The
Howard.
Tonight Show.
Jay wants to snuff that out.
Howard, no matter what happens,
Yes.
we're friends.
I know.
Sometimes friends get mad at each other, but doesn't mean they're not friends.
Well, let
How
me tell
long
you.
do you hold a grudge?
Yeah, he's tough.
Oh, yeah.
Wasn't it like a year ago?
Jay, don't
already?
you want to be pals with 1997's hottest movie star?
Fredo, get rid of the girl.
Yeah. Jay, listen, I'm looking forward to coming on your show. In fact, I would like to actually come on the night that my movie opens.
And thank you for this birthday greeting.
When is that?
That's March 7th.
Yeah, we'll figure that out.
All right.
Have Don call and we'll figure
I will. Don't be upset with me.
Yeah, he's
I'm
really
not upset.
Yeah, I've matured. I'm 43 years old now.
44.
Can you believe it?
Hey, Jay, let me clear this with you ahead of time. Can I clear this
You're
ahead?
like a year younger than me. Now you're like 3 years younger.
Yeah, I'm getting younger. Hey, Jay, I want to clear this with you ahead of time. What I'm thinking of doing is coming on the Tonight Show and actually like moving my bowels on your desk. Would that be okay?
I'll see how you do on the other. What are you doing, Dave first?
Yeah.
That's fine.
No. Listen, I did you first the last time.
I got no problem with that. Do it.
Is it okay?
Fine.
Gee, he's getting like really. He changed. You really changed, Jay. You know.
I'm just asking what your schedule. I mean, I don't want to do them both the same week.
Oh, here we go. You know, I mean, I ask him for one favor. I've been there for you every time. When Dave used to call me and say, "You've got to do my show first. If you don't, you can't come on," I would say no. I promise, Jay.
Would I ever say that?
You wouldn't, but when Dave did, I said no. I stood my ground. I said, I promise Jay I'll do the show. I mean, you're forgetting all the history
And Jay,
here.
you know he has to fly out. We do a radio show
It's
every
not that
day.
easy for me.
Hey, I'm not saying you can't do it. I'm not saying don't do that. I'm just curious as to when.
Are you going to be there for me or not? I got to know as a friend, are you going to be there or not?
Have I always been?
Yes.
There you go.
Are you going to be there for me Friday? When I need to be on the Tonight Show?
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure that'll be fine.
All right, thank you.
I mean, I'm sure it'll be fine. Let me just figure out what it is.
And I can't go to the bathroom on the show? Would that be too outrageous?
Who the other guests are.
Yeah, right. Forget the other guests.
Well, you do have a little time to think of something else.
Yeah.
Now, are you opening, does it open nationwide or just
Yes,
New York?
nationwide.
No, we're not doing a small
Yeah.
release.
No, this is a real movie.
But don't you have some big preview thing planned?
Yeah,
A premiere?
that's the week before in Madison Square Garden.
Oh, okay, but everybody knows about that, yeah.
Yeah, but listen to me. I'm coming on the show. Would it be all right if I move my bowels on the show or not?
You always do.
One way or another. Jay, don't get all serious on me. Seriously,
not.
don't change. You know,
Boy,
you had a
is it
really,
tough.
you had a refreshing attitude in the beginning of the Tonight Show. I don't want you to change.
It's the same attitude.
Is it really?
Same, Howard, same guy.
All right, still have fun.
Howard, same guy.
All right, don't
Go
get all
take a
serious.
nap.
Yeah,
You're
don't
so
get,
cranky.
Having fun?
Yeah. Did you bomb yesterday when you did that private date?
No, it was a great date.
Yeah, you had a good date. All right.
Oh, good date.
All right, so we're friends?
Of course.
Everything's all right?
Oh, boy. How would I don't not become friends?
He wants me to grumble and beg him. Listen,
I
Jay,
don't know
I'll
what's
beg.
going
Do you
on
want me
here.
to beg you to be on the Tonight Show? Is that
Don't
it?
worry about it.
All right.
It's okay?
Don't worry about it.
All right.
All right.
All right. I love you, Jay. Just take it easy, okay?
Yeah, happy birthday.
All right. Thanks. Jesus. Guy's on his period.
I feel so good now.
Yeah, that was pleasant.
Thanks for starting the show.
Well, there you go.
All right. And let's drop the grudge, all right? So, okay, I came on. I thought the lesbian spank would be good spontaneously. It didn't work out that way for you. I thought, quite frankly, it was funny.
It's
but what do I
still,
know?
look, it's still, we're all talking about
That's
it.
what I'm saying.
I reran the show.
You did? So there you go. What do you?
Howard, if I was upset, I wouldn't have rerun the show.
All right.
I reran the show.
Okay.
Are we still talking about what he did on Letterman? No.
No, we're talking about what I did on your show.
Yeah.
And everyone's still talking about it.
Yeah. So we'll see.
I feel like you're being evaluated. You're
All
back
right.
in school.
Jay, thanks for calling in.
All right, Howard, you have a good time.
Jay.
And remember my motto.
Yeah.
What?
Fredo, get rid of the girl.
All right. And Jay, remember my motto.
What's that?
Remember the people who were there for you when not everyone was there for you.
Oh, I want to tell you a great story. I was in Little Italy yesterday.
Yeah.
Saturday afternoon. My wife and I are walking down the street. There's nobody else on the street. So we duck into this restaurant. This little Italian restaurant. Oh, let's get something to eat. Okay. I'm there 2 minutes. The owner comes over and goes, Mr. Leno, the Daily News just called. Someone saw you come into my restaurant. Can you give them a quote? I said, yeah. Tell them this is the greatest restaurant I've ever eaten in my life. Guy goes, oh, great. I was thinking, how did the Daily News see me go in this restaurant?
I don't know. I think it's A.J. Benza. He's all over the place.
He's everywhere.
Yeah, right. So, Jay?
Yes.
I'll see you on March 7th.
Yeah, okay. Have Don set up and we'll figure it out.
All right, Jay. Thanks
All
for
righty,
calling in on the
happy
birthday
birthday.
show. All right.
Happy
Thanks, Jay.
44.
Bye, Jay.
Thanks for calling in. I appreciate it.
And you're 44.
I'm 43. Don't say that.
Howard, you were 2 years younger than me. Now you're 3.
And start dyeing your hair, by the way.
Well, I don't want to look like you with that phony dye job.
Okay. Thanks, Jay.
All right.
All right, Jay Leno, everybody, on the birthday show.
Woo! Happy birthday.
Yeah, well, this has been going on for a week.
Really?
Yeah.
I had no idea I was stepping into such intrigue.
Well, I called up to book the Tonight Show, and all of a sudden there was like a little glitch going on. I still don't understand why he was pissed at me, but he has this feeling that I was better to Letterman than him, and I
His
thought
whole argument has been that you treat Letterman differently, that you have more
respect or reverence
for Dave than you do for him.
All right, so what I'll do is I'll go on his show, and I'll
Be boring.
I'll be the same as like on every other show. I always thought that Jay was up for that.
That's what you always enjoyed about
Yeah.
doing his show. That
Yeah.
there was like a free kind of atmosphere there.
Yeah, I will act the same way with Jay that I do with Dave.
Yeah.
I will try to do the identical thing.
All right.
I don't know, but
have fun.
All right, we're going to take a break.
This is show business.
Yeah.
We're supposed to be having fun.
Right. Anyway, let's take a break.
Just got lectured by your father.
All I know is late night is really. That's why I never went into the late night arena.
Man,
these guys are like battling, and I just don't need it.
It's neck and neck all the time.
What a party, huh? So
they're having such a good time.
Why don't we take a break? We're here at the birthday show. So far, we're off to a rousing start. I want to crawl back into bed.
I hope it's all this good.
Yeah. Could you get more people to yell at me? Can you get more people to give me a hard time on the birthday show?
Just wait till you see what I have in store
yeah, who's
you.
next? Hitler's going to come out and march me into an oven? All right, we're going to take a break. Let me calm down. We'll be right back. And then I want to meet some of the people in the audience, and I know you got a whole bunch of guests coming. So
all right.
We're going to take a break. We'll be back right after these words.
Hey, this is Norm MacDonald, and we're going to go on the show, Howard Stern show, and I'm going to pretend to be Bob Dole. So they're going to make they're going to put a prosthetic on. This is a thing that they put on. See how much I look like Bob Dole than I did a moment ago? Hey, Frank. Well, I'm the only fucking guy talking.
I'm Riley Martin. Happy birthday, Howard. Shalom. Long life, health, and prosperity. I came upon his show because of my close encounters of the fourth order with extraterrestrial beings not of this planetary system. What you're looking at here is one of what will eventually be 144,000 symbols for the wayfarers that must eventually join us if we don't turn this thing around and prevent the destruction of this planet by 2011. You got 15 years. Don't get your ticket, stay your ass here. You understand?
I understand. Perfect.
I came, even though my time is valuable, though I am not a man of substance, nor perhaps even a worthy man. Some have called me a priest or a prophet, or an irreprehensible bastard and a heartbreaker. But they have never doubted my love for women. You see.
Who's this woman with you today?
This is Joy Cabone, whom I love. However, she is my secretary and accountant. They try to keep me straight to see that I eat correctly, things of this nature, because sometimes in the thoughts of the ether, when I'm doing the symbols, then I may go for 48 hours or something of this nature, and then I get hungry, and I may not even know. You see, thus is my ignorance. Nonetheless, perhaps when you hear me on Stern again, I'll explain to you something, even though I only have an 8th grade education, of the principles of the electromagnetic conduction as it's applied to generate the gigawatts of ether around a platinum sphere that will enable you to, by manipulating the electromagnetic induction currents,
I understand.
And the negative poles are positive poles to travel back and forth through space and time.
Right. Well, can I ask you?
Yeah.
I really want you to wish Howard happy birthday. I think you missed that.
Oh, did I? Okay.
Or did
Howard, yeah.
Well, introduce yourself
Happy
again.
birthday,
and then,
Howard.
Did you send the birthday message in there?
No, I brought Howard's 2nd and 3rd symbol.
Oh.
And I wrote Robin a poem.
Okay.
However, you know what I mean, because I think highly, in fact, he's one of the very few men that I actually admire.
Right.
You know, I actually hate most people.
Do you hate me?
No.
Okay, good. Then I'll stay
Well,
there.
I can't stand most people. I put it like that. But I love everybody, but I can't stand, most people. I like to be alone.
Right.
But Howard,
just start it off, hi, I'm Riley Martin, and then wish him a happy birthday.
Say I'm Riley Martin.
Okay. Cue me in. How come I ain't got no teleprompter or some kind of shit?
Well,
okay.
you know what to say.
Okay.
You shouldn't have any problem.
Okay. I am. Okay.
Ready?
Chill.
One,
Okay.
2, 3, go.
I am Riley, all right. No, wait a minute. How do you do it? Okay. I am Riley Martin. I'm up here in New York City to wish Howard a happy birthday. Howard, I have great admiration for you. I wish you long life, health, and prosperity. And bid you shalom, my good brother. This is one of your symbols, seen before you got it with your janky ass.
Got it.
Okay.
Hey, I notice Riley is in the audience, the
That's
guy who
right.
visited by aliens. Where is Riley? Stand up and let me rap to you. That's Riley. He was, there he is. Get the microphone on him, will you?
I don't think we can get a mic to him right now. Oh, there's John.
There he is.
I was wondering where he is.
Riley, of course, you know, has been visited by aliens. He was on the show. He was a big smash hit on the show.
He gave me his book this morning, The Coming of 10, where he documents all of his experiences.
Riley, since I last saw you, have you been visited by the aliens?
Yeah, I have some information for you, kid.
Oh, good. This is for my birthday. Exclusive information. Have you revealed this to the rest of the world yet, or is this an exclusive?
Exclusive.
Exclusive, thank you.
You won't find this in the book. I told them of the Hellbot comet 7 years ago. It is running. If you will notice on our sensors, we have picked up a ship beneath it of great dimensions. All we want to turn it is 2 degrees so that he shall not die so soon. Howard,
thank you.
Did
by
he
the way,
go into a trance?
yes. By the way, Donald Trump just sprinted to his limo as soon as Riley was introduced. We had him in the room, but he left. But thank you, Riley. Yes.
We
Thank you.
are continuing with our birthday celebration in spite of what
Good.
Riley said. I don't even know what he said.
I want to get back to that later.
We were trying to get somebody really impressive to come in and greet you this year. So we tried Bill Clinton, but they said, well, he's the president. He's kind of busy.
Well, he's busy with lawsuits.
Yeah, so...
Right.
What?
I just gave you that. I don't know if the gentleman's ready.
Yes, he is ready.
Oh,
I know what I'm doing. Anyway, we
Yes.
couldn't get Bill Clinton.
Yes.
So we decided to see if the guy who Bill Clinton beat in the election would come. And here he is, Bob Dole.
All right,
Is
Bob
entering
Dole
the
is
room.
here. Hey, this is great. Here he is, Bob Dole. I can't believe it.
There we go.
Wow.
Bob Dole.
This is great. This is unbelievable. Now, I notice, well, I'll wait till Bob Dole sits down. Hi, Bob Dole.
Good morning, Mr. Dole.
Good morning, Mr. Dole. Now, Mr. Dole, first of all, let me say thank you for coming to my birthday. This is a true honor.
All right, then turn this goddamn thing down again.
What is that, the speakers?
Headphones too loud, Mr. Dole?
A little loud, but it's all right, Bob Dole. Good to be here.
Bob, let me ask you something. I notice in your bad hand, the hand that you injured in the war.
Yeah, he's always carrying something in that hand.
Right. Instead of holding a pencil today, you are now holding a lit candle. Is that correct? Is that right?
That's right. Birthday party, birthday candle for you.
Now, are you nervous that the candle could burn down and burn your hand?
And has no feeling at all. I could set on fire right now, but
Your hand is on fire right now, and you don't even feel it. You wouldn't even know if you were on fire.
How old are you now?
Well, I am now 43 years old.
43 years old. I'm 92.3 years old myself.
Is that right? In honor of our radio station here in New York.
Just trying to make a joke, but this candle,
Yes.
this candle signifies many things. Howard Stern signifies. I use one candle to signify you're the #1 radio personality in the country.
Oh, well, thank you. Wow. Thank you, Bob Dole.
That's right.
That's
Let
right.
me see now. Got other things to say here?
All right, you have some other things.
He's got a speech. I guess he's got something prepared.
You prepared a statement?
No, I just say the one candle signifies other things, signifies the 1 week Frank Sinatra has left on this goddamn planet.
That's right. You were predicting that Frank Sinatra will not live that long.
Yes, he's still in the
That's
hospital.
right.
And also, mainly, you know, what I put this candle in to make this worthless appendage look like it's useful for something, you know, like,
right.
You know, like Gary using a toothbrush.
Right.
Something like that.
Right. So you have trouble with your arm. You're embarrassed by your arm, aren't you? That's why you always have something like the birthday candle in your hand. Isn't that true?
No, I'm not embarrassed. He lost his arm at Anzio fighting for the rights of goddamn hippies like you.
That's right. You went to war for all of us, didn't you?
What?
I said I want to thank you for going to war for all of us, even the goddamn hippies like me.
No problem, Howard.
Yeah. Why, you think my look is outdated? Do you think I should I cut my hair and
Right.
get a
Should
more...
you go for the Bob Dole look?
Should I go for the Bob Dole look? Is that it? But let me ask you something.
No, it says here you're a Capricorn.
Yes, I am.
Well, let me say...
What, is Bob Dole doing horoscopes?
Has it gotten that bad?
Did you lose the election?
That is correct. I am a Capricorn.
That's right.
You're some character, you know that? Can I ask you something, Mr. Dole? And I hope you don't get offended by this. Did your war injury prevent you from studying your script ahead of time? I mean, do you give any thought to looking at the material before we go on? The fact that you're in front of thousands of people makes no difference.
Bob Dole is so relaxed.
Yes. You're so relaxed, aren't you, Mr. Dole? Watch Bob Dole set his script on fire. That's what's going to happen, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah, I got the script here. I read it.
Yes.
A lot of funny jokes.
Yeah, all right, come on. Let's see what you got.
I got one here.
All right.
It says, here's...
What does it say?
It says, talking about Bill Clinton, you know, Bob Dole was still recovering from war wounds. Well, that spoiled brat had his old man buying him elections.
Right.
Oh, wait, that's not...
What?
That's Nixon.
Nixon, right. No, it's John Kennedy, isn't it?
Is it? I don't know.
I don't know. You got to have something funny on those pages, don't you, Mr.
There's a
Dole?
lot of them there.
Yeah, right.
I'm going to go to the next page.
I'll tell you something. We'd be a lot better off with Norm Macdonald, I'll tell you that, than you, Bob Dole.
Who booked Bob Dole?
I don't know.
I tell you, the problem is I'm so bored at home now, Howard Stern.
Is it horrible? I mean, you must have nothing to do all day. You're not in the Senate anymore? I mean, it's horrible.
Oh, I'm so bored at home, I got Dr. Kevorkian's number on speed dial.
Is that right? It's really bad, huh? No, I think you're going to live for a long time. I really do. I think you look like you're in great shape.
And you must be enjoying retirement.
Yeah,
well, I'm doing a lot. Did Suddenly Susan.
Did you?
Doing a lot of the show
How'd that go?
thing. Hollywood's a tough town, let me tell you something.
That show's deader than your arm, that Brooke Shields show, isn't it? I got to tell you.
Why didn't you put that in the script, Dad?
I'm just trying to help you, man. So, you went and you did Suddenly Susan. That's the Brooke Shields show? Yeah, she was hard to work with?
No.
And Hollywood's a tough town?
Why is it so hard? We're just trying.
You know, this party reminds me of my 71st birthday.
Is that right?
Oh, yeah. I turned to Lincoln, and I said to him...
Yeah.
I said to him, hey, Abe, do you think you'll ever see the day that all men are free? And you know what he said?
What?
He said, shut up, old man. He said, can't you try to see I'm trying to have sex with a colored girl over here? He said, yeah.
There you go. Now you're rolling. Now you're back in the room.
You got anything else on that paper?
Yeah, I mean, we don't want to interrupt you when you're on a roll.
Robin, you look fine, I'll tell you that.
Well, thank you very much, Mr. Dole.
I love those nice peanut butter legs of yours.
Peanut butter?
That's right.
What do you mean by that?
Well,
peanut butter legs.
Peanut butter.
The idea is that they're brown, smooth, and easy to spread. You understand?
That's it. Wow. Why don't we just call this Suddenly Birthday Show? It'll be like, hey, you blew out your candle,
Your
didn't you?
candle's out, Mr. Dole.
What did you do? So what do you want to put in your hand now that you don't have a candle to put in
I
there?
have a pencil over here.
I have something in my pants you might want to hold there for my birthday.
Good Lord.
You're not gay, are you, Bob Dole?
Absolutely not.
You're against the gays, aren't you?
No, I'm not against the gays. I'm not for the gays, you know?
I see. Well, there you go.
Now, I know you have a big clincher to wrap up your appearance here on the show. What's
we're trying to get rid of you.
What's the big joke?
Okay, let me look through here.
Too bad you can't point to your place in the script with your bad hand. I'll be honest with you. That would help this along.
What were you saying about the gay people again?
The gay people. I said you don't like them, do you?
Well, let me tell you something here.
Yeah.
Let me tell you something.
Go ahead.
What about that fruit Ralph? I don't like him.
All right. Well, nobody likes him.
He's nothing but a dirty fruit. Tell him I have Harvey Firestein's number and a can of Crisco I want to give him.
There you go, Ralph.
There you
You're
go.
lucky.
That's for his...
You know, Elephant Boy also came out of the closet on our show
That's
as well.
That's right. He's bi.
I didn't know if you knew that.
He is, really?
Yeah, that's right. Don't break character. Elephant Boy, tell Bob Dole, what happened? You had sex with a man about 10 years ago, isn't that correct?
Before I met you.
Oh, okay.
Now he's only into you.
Working experience.
That was an
I
experiment.
have had any sense.
All right, there you go.
We're here with Bob Dole. Be quiet.
I got to tell you something, Elephant Boy. Your mouth works like Dole's arm. I'll be honest with you. Bob Dole.
I don't have a pencil in my mouth.
So, Bob, you had something you wanted to say.
Yes. You have a message for us? Or,
a message?
You know, are you worried about where America's going?
I hope so.
Well, first of all, I hope your movie's a big success. And next year when you have one of these shindigs, you can have some real guests.
Right. I have to scrape the bottom of the barrel.
That's right.
Yeah. I'm real worried where this bit is going.
I didn't see the script.
Me neither. It usually helps when I see it. We could have broken format and shown me the script.
That's it.
That's it?
That's
Okay,
it,
all
Bob
right.
Dole's
Bob
done.
Dole, everybody. The great Norm MacDonald.
Donald is Bob Dole.
Here on the birthday show.
Just got off the air with Howard. He was very, very nice. He was real cool. I can't say anything bad about him.
It's a good experience meeting.
The only thing I can say bad about Howard is like, how come you make Norm MacDonald put on all that makeup? It's a radio show.
It's a TV show.
Well, I guess it's a TV show, but Norm's funny without the makeup. Poor guy is back there, they're spackling him. It's sad.
So anything happened on there that made you uncomfortable, or you were cool with everything?
It's pretty cool, man. Comedian. I work nightclubs. I work blue. You can't make me uncomfortable. Robin was nice. Jackie was cool. I mean, what can I say?
We have them be a little quiet, please.
Yeah, there you go.
We're not quite ready for them. We were expecting a phone call. I think we lost it, so we can talk to some of the people in the audience.
Oh,
if we
cool.
want to, for a moment.
First of all, I just want to comment that Steve Grillo and Wayne Siegel have been hitting on my niece, and I'll tell you something.
Is that right?
Yeah, I saw Grillo looking at my niece's buttocks.
Yeah, Grillo came up to me and said, "Wow, look at her."
Yeah, well, tell him it ain't going to happen.
How dare he?
Where's my niece Pamela?
She was. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, and the recently single Wayne Siegel talking. It's not going to happen, Wayne. What's the matter with you?
She's in the
old
bathroom.
enough to be your
She's in the
daughter.
bathroom? Yeah. Probably is his daughter. My sister's been making eyes at him. And a matter of fact, let me go around the room here because there are many different people. And I just wanted to take a look. First of all, where is Dana, my drag queen?
Where is she?
Yeah, she's here with a guy. What happened? She left?
She went to go suck some cock.
Oh, no.
Oh, you don't want to say that. You don't want to say that.
She's touching up her nose, darling.
I see what she's doing.
Hey, Howard, here's Grillo.
Hey, Grillo, stop looking at my niece's ass. What's wrong with you? I caught you doing it.
You didn't catch me doing
No, I did catch you doing it, and it's not going to happen.
I know it's not going to happen.
Yeah.
You can learn. You can appreciate things.
Yeah.
Come on.
There's no way it's going to happen.
I know it's not. I wouldn't try.
Have some respect.
By the way, all the show wives are sitting at the table. It's the First Wives Club over there. There it is. Nancy Sirianni Martling and Fred's wife Allison
Furman Norris
and
is here.
Gary's wife Mary is here, making an unusual appearance.
And John's future first wife.
Is that right? All the first wives are
right
here.
there too. Yes.
The beautiful Allison Furman Norris, the actress, of course. You've probably seen her in Tony and Tina's Wedding. How are you, Allison?
Happy birthday, Howard.
Thank you. And you and Fred seem to be.
Fine.
You don't seem to be fighting.
We're still married.
You are still married. What is your prediction? Do you think things will work itself out?
I think so.
You do. You badly want them to.
Yeah.
That's
I think
right.
So. It depends on the movie.
I got to be honest with you.
Really?
If the movie goes off, you might have to leave. I got to tell you, I didn't recognize you with your clothes on. I'll be honest. So I apologize for that.
Different, don't I?
That's right. And of course, Nancy Sirianni Martling is here. A very beautiful woman who just appeared on E. How are you?
And has her own webpage.
Oh, is that right? Do you have your own webpage? That's right. It's true. I did go to it.
Oh, I heard you were on my webpage.
Yes, I was. I certainly was. I was on
I've spent
there.
a lot of time with you lately.
How is your acting career going? Are you doing anything that we should know about?
No, I've just been doing the band thing. I got a CD.
You're doing a band now.
You have a CD coming out on what label?
Big Orange Marble. You know that.
I see. You're just working on your CD.
What label?
What label are you on?
The Off Our Rockers label.
That would be Jackie's money you're spending again, isn't it?
I'm waiting to get picked up by Olio.
Yeah, lucky man. By the way, and what about Allison Furman Norris? You're in the acting business as well.
Any other parts?
Are you going to get out of that Tony and Tina's Wedding? I know it upsets Fred that you're nude on stage. Not nude, but, in various stages of undress on stage.
Right.
Are any plans to leave it and make Fred happy and just come home and take care of Fred?
Actually, I was thinking about leaving and maybe going to L.A.
Really?
What?
Is that true, Fred?
Oh, my God.
She's been mentioning going to
he
L.A.?
knows about that.
Really? Now, what will you mean you will leave Fred and go to L.A.?
Just for, a couple of months.
Oh, man. Things are worse than I
don't you
thought.
say anything, Jackie. Your wife already did that.
I just can't believe she's saying it here.
This is a copycat.
Is that really true,
I'm
Allison?
following everything Nancy does. I'm actually going to start a
But
band soon.
Allison, if you go to L.A., what about your relationship with Fred? You will not...
She compromised. She wanted to go to Russia.
Well, I didn't hear what he said.
Fred, do you know about this, or is this... Oh, you do know about it. Now, how do you feel about this?
Have a happy vacation.
What is she going to do in L.A.? Is this a vacation
we have a very
or
liberal
what?
marriage, Howard.
No, what?
We have a very liberal marriage.
You do, obviously.
Yeah.
Well, I'll tell you, Allison, I'm
Yes.
thinking of going to L.A. for a few months myself.
But what is she planning to do there?
We'll do lunch.
What are you planning to do there? Work on your acting career?
Yeah, I have some people out there in contact, so just thought maybe I would check it out.
Now, in these roles, will you be taking your clothes off, or will you keep them on for these other roles?
I think I'm going to keep them on.
You do, I
Yeah.
see. Well, this is very interesting news, I must say.
Another a wonderful update on the Fred marriage.
Now, the only wife who is not acting is Mary Delabate.
When is your career going to start?
When will you be recording on the Off Our Rockers label and taking your clothes off? Will you be taking over Allison's role in Tony and Tina's wedding?
I don't know if they approach me, maybe.
You don't have any...
My wife has nothing to plug.
No aspirations?
Nothing to plug. She's acting happy right now when she's really very sad. How is the marriage with Gary going, all right?
Everything is going well.
You look terrific, I got to tell you.
And we had sex last night, too.
Did you really? I think all the wives gave sex last night so they couldn't be nailed on the air here.
There
saying,
you go.
Fred, did you get sex last night?
Absolutely not.
You did not get sex. Oh.
Some things never change.
I didn't see him last night.
You didn't? Where were you, in the play last night?
Yeah.
I see. Oh.
She'll see him a lot more when she's in Los
taking
Angeles.
my clothes off last night.
Be a lot more sex.
This just in, Mary Delabate will be stripping in the play Cats. They're going to add a new...
A new character.
That's right, a new character. Well, there they are, the First Wives Club, all sitting together. It's very, very exciting, I must tell you. My father is up and roaming policing the area. There's my mother. Mom, do you want to wish me a happy birthday on the air? Mom? Yeah, I think she's going deaf.
You're on.
Did you give Dad sex last night in honor of the birthday show, Mom?
I don't tell you that information. That's private information.
She wants to be on the couch. Have a seat.
On the couch.
Oh, she's coming up, I see. Oh, no one invited her on the couch.
I always wanted to do this, Howard.
Right, you want to get on the couch? My father even wants to get on the couch next to you. What I'm saying is, did you hear the shocking news that Fred's wife might be leaving for California to spend a couple of months? That can't be good for the marriage, can it?
No, that's not too good. Separation is not good.
Could you have a talk with them?
Yeah, maybe, you know what, why don't you two have a counseling session with my mother? Fred's marriage might be in trouble.
I will, if they want me to.
Really?
Yes.
Oh, can we get cameras up?
Yeah, can we photograph that?
No, this is private, Howard.
Oh, really? You would help them?
I would help them. My 50 years of experience.
You're now saying you're 50? Well,
No,
you've done show business.
No. I'm married 50.
Because I'm 43. You can't be 50 unless you had me when you were 7. And that's outrageous. You're saying that you've had 50 years of marriage. And you never left Dad's side, right?
No, I never.
You never went off to California. You never were nude in any play, were you?
No.
But
No.
He was your only career.
You got to say.
He was my career, and.
And I got to tell you something. My dad looks shell-shocked from it all, doesn't he? He's just sitting here and he can't believe any of it. No, what I'm saying, you always had the philosophy that a couple should stay together. Even when you watch TV, even when Dad wants to watch something different, you should always sit and watch TV together, right?
Well, I think that's important to spend time together, don't you?
And you and Dad have spent more time together than any couple I know, quite frankly. My dad looks as beaten as Mike Tyson. I'll tell you right now.
I would let Dad speak for himself since he's sitting.
Right.
First of all, how many sons want to take their father to scores?
Right. Well, I just felt bad. Would you let Dad go to scores with me? I would like to take him there.
Well, if he wants to go at this point, I think I would allow him to go. However.
Right.
Wait a minute. However. You know,
There's a stipulation.
I don't know if I'll let him come back.
Right. All right, there you go. My poor father will never get to go anywhere fun.
Wherever he wants, but coming back is another story, you know.
Well, there's the secret to a long marriage. It absolutely is. Allison Furman, are you listening to this?
Yes, I am.
I think my mother's right. If you go to Los Angeles, are you afraid it could be the end of the marriage if you go to Los Angeles?
No.
You really?
I really don't. I really believe, honestly, that we love each other and that he would support me no matter what.
Will Fred be allowed to have sex with other women while you were gone?
No sex.
No, I'll give him enough so he can hold on.
Really? Fred, how are you going to be for months without a wife?
I'll be going to scores a lot.
You will be. Wow.
I don't believe that. I think Fred is true blue to his wife.
Yeah, he's a good man.
I think Fred's from Mars. That's what I think.
Fred has a smile on his face.
Yes, he does.
Tonight's the night.
Right. Tonight's the night. Yeah, go for it, Fred. And when's your night coming, Dad?
You see me smiling?
Yeah. Anyway, there's my parents.
Yeah.
Right. 400 years ago, my mother gave birth to me.
It wasn't easy.
Gave birth to the incubus. Was it a hard delivery?
Yeah.
Do you remember what you were doing on that day?
I sure do.
Wherever she was without my father. He was not in the hospital. Dad, how come you weren't in the room when I was born? You know, why aren't you in the room when I was born?
Yeah, he wasn't there when you were raised.
In those days,
Yeah.
the men used to hide.
Right.
And not only that, even if you wanted to be in the room, they would not allow it.
Did you want to be in the room?
No.
Oh.
Who wants to see that?
But let's assume that this is fiction and I wanted to be in it. They wouldn't let you in there.
Right. Hey, Dad, I see the invisible leash Mom has on you actually tugging you off the stage, so I'll allow you to go.
We are tied at the umbilical cord.
Right. Thanks, Dad. My father was smart not to be in the delivery room, I'll tell you that. I always say a vagina should not look like a garage.
Oh, stop it.
And seeing that is awfully horrible, I must tell you.
Howard?
You know what?
Yes, yes, Stuttering John.
Your niece is back from the...
Oh, yeah. Pam, stay away from Wayne Siegel, the newly single Wayne Siegel. That's not the man I have in mind for you, okay?
What was he doing?
And he was looking you over, and so was Steve Gorilla, and that's another man you'll never date.
Those are two men you should stay away from.
No, I'll let you date Jacob Dylan. How's that? Okay? That's about it for you.
You know what? Maybe we ought to take a break.
All right, we'll take a break. We'll be right back from the birthday show.
Happy birthday, Howard Stern, from David Hasselhoff.
And Angie Harmon
from Baywatch Nights. We love all the nice things you say about us on the radio. Get him, Nymphomania, man. Get him, get him, get him, get him, get him, get him. Get in there, get in that cage, get in there, get in there, come on, get in there. Happy birthday, Howard! Happy birthday!
You said there's someone on the phone?
Yes, we have to have a quick hello. This person wasn't even scheduled to call in. They must have been listening and decided they wanted to be a part of this. Governor Pataki, are you there?
Wow. Hey, Robin.
Wow, the governor of New York, Governor Pataki. Wow, this is too great. How you doing?
We didn't want to bother you.
Well, it's great hearing Howard, but I wonder what I did wrong.
You did nothing wrong. You did nothing wrong.
First year I was at the Plaza, had a great time, and this year I don't even get to come to the studio.
We didn't want to be, we didn't want to pressure you or bother you. We know you're very busy. You're taking care of the whole state, so we decided not to bother you.
You're actually one of the few politicians doing anything, so we figure you're busy.
Well, thank you, Howard.
You continue to make me so proud that I backed you. I'm sorry, but...
Great New York asset, and we wish you many, many successful years here in New York.
Thank you, Governor. And by the way, I heard a rumor that you will be giving your next State of the State address in Ebonics. Is this true?
I'm thinking about it. Probably not.
Well, let me just tell you something. I was going to ask you for my birthday this year if I could have 20 minutes with Libby, but...
Howard, I already gave you the best birthday present of anybody there.
That's true. What was that?
You didn't even notice. The biggest tax cut in America.
You're damn right, yes.
Right,
you're damn right. No, I did notice, and I'm just really so proud that we backed you, and you're doing such a great job.
Well, Howard, you're a great asset, and just keep it up. And, Robin, always good to hear you, and we hope you have many, many more successful years here.
Thank you, Governor.
Thank you for calling in.
It's going to be great.
The greatest governor, Governor Pataki. Thanks, Governor.
Thank you, Howard.
All right.
Happy birthday.
Thank you.
That was a surprise. He wasn't
Damn right.
scheduled. My goodness.
Well, you see, the people around the country, particularly our newer markets, I'm a very important man. You didn't realize the governor is calling me.
Everybody wants to say happy birthday to Howard as he turns 43 years old.
By the way, my father was just offered the job as lieutenant governor. I don't know if you... that's right.
We had a discussion on the show this year about this song, and we never really could figure out what it was all about. Maybe we can find out today. Here's Veruca Salt.
I love it.
Come on over.
Come on over. Veruca Salt, Nina and Louise. I dig rock broads. Oh, so much. Hi, how you doing? Oh, man. It's very sexy when a woman has a guitar and she's stroking it.
It is?
I like your outfit, Nina. Very hot.
Hi.
I said it's really kind of sexy when you see two babes up there strumming their guitars, and sometimes it can be a turn-off, but like it looked kind of sexy when you guys were doing it.
You think it could be a turn-off sometimes?
Yeah, sometimes. It depends on what's going on up there, but...
Why? The women have to be butched for it to be a turn-off?
No, you guys are really hot, and like I dig the leather pants thing going on there with Nina.
They're kind of, they're actually like not leather. They're like brushed something.
Whatever. They look good, and then you got like no bra on, and like the little tube top. I'm noticing everything.
It's the rock outfit.
Yeah, and then like Louise has got her tight pants on. It's just very, very, very hot.
Well,
Nina has 14-year-old breasts. We're into that.
Yeah, I know. She really does. And you two girls, like, what'd you become? Like, have you been together in this band a long time?
About 4 years.
Yeah.
We've known each other for 4 years.
It's kind of
5 years.
It's rare to
5
find
years.
like two front women. You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. There are a lot. There are a lot of women playing music, but there are no. I was thinking about it the other day. There There's only us.
You know, it would be really hot if you two guys started getting on with each other. That would be really good.
So I was going to bring a stopwatch to see how long it would take you to mention that.
You guys ever think about getting on with each other?
Haven't really thought about it.
Really? There's no way?
I don't think so.
You wouldn't do it?
I don't think so.
Stupid move, I'm telling you. If you started doing that on stage.
You both have boyfriends?
We have boyfriends.
Oh, really?
Capricorns, like Howard.
Is that right?
Really?
You're Capricorn, right?
Oh, yeah. I guess, whatever this is.
You know what that means?
What does that mean?
You're fiercely loyal, hardworking. You're a good person.
That's right. That's all
You
true.
are.
That's very true. I am a good person. You're absolutely right.
He's masking it really well.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, right.
It's all an act because he's a Capricorn.
Yeah, that's right. I'm Capricorny. But so when we talk about this song on the, you know, Can't Fight the Seether, what was the set? We decided that the seether is when a woman really needs sex real bad, right? Was that, did we talk to you guys?
You told me that's what it meant.
That's what it means,
I thought
right?
you knew.
Yeah, I did. Someone told me that seether means...
Well...
Didn't I read you? You guys said that somewhere. How did I know that?
I don't know. You told me, and I thought, well, that must be the meaning. And then last night I was reading, and it's supposed to mean something else.
What does it mean? To settle this once and for all, really.
You gotta listen to our new record.
Yeah.
And the
it
secret
explains
is revealed.
it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Is that right?
Mm-hmm.
Do you actually, are you ready to perform what the sequel is to Seether?
No, I'm.
Oh, I see. Seether is a.
So we still have to wait.
So then, is Seether a wooden tampon? Is that it? And that's no, really. No, be honest with me. Is Seether when a woman has tremendous sexual feelings and she needs it really bad?
I don't think so.
That is not right.
I don't think
definitely
so.
not.
I'm wrong about that?
You're totally wrong.
What is Seether?
Thank you for leading me wrong again.
Yeah, but no, seriously, what is a Seether? Can't fight the Seether. Is it anal sex?
Yeah. It's not anal sex.
It is not.
Wow.
Can't fight the anal sex. It just wouldn't work.
Yeah, that wasn't too lyrical.
Is that what you want it to be about?
No, I want to know what it is. I'm being serious. For my birthday present should be you should tell me what the Seether is.
Really?
Yeah.
Please.
See, there's Nina's evil twin. Yours truly.
What do you mean? It's you?
Yeah.
You are the Seether?
Yeah.
And she can't fight with you?
You're always getting her into trouble? Is that it?
I'm always kicking her ass.
Oh, is that really true? Is that what it is?
She's scared of me.
Kidding, that's what it's about? Let's go back to anal sex. Either of you two practice that, or that doesn't go on either. Who knows? Rock chicks are into that.
Is that true?
I think so.
Where
yeah.
did you know any rock chicks?
Well, you're the only two rock chicks I know.
Okay, wait, no. Nina wrote the song about scraping someone's face on the sidewalk until it bleeds. And when I called her up and we'd been playing the song, I said, you know, this song sounds like it's about sex.
Right.
I didn't mean for it to be.
Really?
No, I thought it was really just about hating someone so much, wanting to hurt them really bad.
Well, I love the song, and I really want to thank you for coming to my birthday show. Veruca Salt, everyone, and
Quite a treat. Thank you.
Nina and Louise.
I'm Donna.
And I'm Andy.
We're here at the Howard Stern birthday party.
To wish you the happiest of birthdays.
All right, honey.
Hi there, I'm Fred Altenborg. I wish for this birthday year for you, Howard, a chance for your movie to be #1, back at box office, records, and hopefully my wish is everybody's wish.
Happy 43rd birthday, Howard. I'm Mary, Fred's girlfriend, and I wish you all the best.
I wanted somebody who, you know, a major star.
Right.
To welcome you into the fold.
Into Hollywood.
You're now going to be one of them.
I am going to be a very big movie star this year, if all goes well.
That's right. If it goes the way we planned it.
That's right.
And so I said, you know, who can I get? And I finally
Chris Farley?
I got Stallone.
You're talking about Sylvester?
You're supposed to say Frank.
Oh, Frank?
It is Sly.
Is that you, Sly? Yeah, now you're talking. There you go.
How are you, my friend?
How do I know it's really you? Maybe it's an impressionist or something.
No, this is him.
This might be Norm Macdonald fooling around with me here.
You know what? It could be Norm Macdonald, but trust me on this one. You have to have a little faith, Howard.
Let me tell you something. The reason you're calling in, I understand why. All of Hollywood is abuzz about my new film. They're freaking out that I have produced a good film. You're probably trying to get into my second film, aren't you?
That's right. You want to be in a project with him, right?
Is that it? Are you going to pitch me on a project? Come on, let's talk.
I want to be in Schlocky, too. I want to be there, okay?
Schlocky, too. I see. That's good. But actually, you've probably heard buzz on my film. Is that why you're calling?
No, I haven't heard anything about your movie, actually.
Oh, you're kidding. There's absolutely no buzz.
Did you even know you had done a movie?
I had no idea.
I had heard a rumor that you wanted to play Fred Norris in the sequel to my movie.
I thought you were in a hospital. I thought you were in a car accident.
Is that what they told you? You felt bad for me.
Yeah, this is a Make-A-Wish kind of thing.
Oh, I see. Yeah, they told you I had cancer. answer, and that's how they got you to call in.
That's exactly right.
Well, you know, I had heard that, you know, of course we always have your brother on the air, and we have your mom, who you banned from the show.
That's like having Barnum and Bailey together.
Yeah. You actually banned your mother from my show, didn't you?
Well, it's not that. You know, we have a certain code. My mother actually is, she's on her own, Howard. There's no way I can control her anymore, but I think she's kind of like telepathically moved on.
And which home are you in right now? Your Miami mansion?
Miami.
You are in your Miami mansion?
Yeah, we listen to you down here, you know. Actually, you're on every station. We can't avoid you.
That's right. In fact, I'm now broadcasting in Spanish.
They're buying your stations, and they just bought the entire network.
Well, first of all, I want to thank you for welcoming me into show business, of course, because now I'm officially in there.
I don't know what took you so long, but we're glad to have you.
I picture Sylvester Stallone like sitting around his house nude right now with a couple
Jennifer
of babes.
must be somewhere around.
Oh, is Jennifer there?
Yes.
Is she? How is she, man? Boy, she looks hot.
She's taking care of the harem. She's great. Thank you.
I understand for your wedding you bought her Miami. Is that true?
Well, damn close to it. You know, I did buy her the ring. I mean, I'm going for it.
You're really
Are you going to get married again?
Of course I am.
Bad move. Bad move. You know you can't stay married.
Listen to you. If you weren't married, you commit suicide. You know, you talk a good game.
That's right. I jump right out of building.
I think you are definitely not the party animal. I don't see you hanging out at the bar with sunglasses.
When exactly is this wedding?
You know.
When is this wedding?
This probably, I'd say, around February.
He's probably saying that because she's sitting right next to him.
She's twisting his arm.
No.
What are you wearing right now?
Actually, in my underwear.
I knew it. And what are you going to do? Are you going to work out for half the day or what?
That's exactly right. That's 40 pounds, my God.
Well, you know, have you seen him? He had to gain weight for his last role. He did that.
Oh, you did to gain weight?
Oh, I backed right up to the fat hose, thank you. Well, listen, I want to say, great, go on another 50 years, and we need people like you. And, you know, I think Steven Seagal's looking for a partner.
Well, remember when you wrote, yeah, right, now I'm going to be the guy, huh? Remember when you wrote Rocky and you took show business by surprise?
Exactly right.
Oh, well.
You know,
he does remember.
You do remember that. Oh, okay.
No, seriously. You remember, it's a cycle. It's a 20-year thing, and I think, you know, you are heir apparent.
Is it his turn?
Every 20 years, someone comes along unexpectedly and takes the movie industry by storm.
Full generation cycle, Robin. It's due. I know we couldn't believe it, but it's happened. The incubus is here.
You think it's work of the devil, don't you? Well, Sylvester Stallone, thank you for calling in on my birthday show. I really do appreciate it. Thank you.
Bye-bye.
My name's Steve Grillo. As you know, I work on the Howard Stern Show, and I want to say happy birthday to my boss, Howard Stern. Here we are at Howard's 43rd birthday, and it's a pretty decent jam, I would say. That was horrible. That was pretty bad. At least I know it'll make it.
Don't do another one. Do
All right. How you doing?
Step over, John.
How you doing? This is Gorilla, and I'm at Howard's 43rd birthday party right now. I just want to say, boss, this is a big year. Your 43rd birthday, your movie's coming out. It's going to be awesome. Happy birthday.
Well, is that the end of another birthday show? I wanted to get to a couple of people that we didn't get to thank here. First of all, this is a really nice facility. This is the Sony soundstage or something?
The Sony Music Studios.
One day I'll get that right. I also want to thank my sister for being in the audience. Here's my sister, Ellen. Go ahead, put the microphone on her. Let her wish me a happy birthday, for Christ's sake.
Happy birthday, Hal.
I love my sister because there's not a jealous bone in her body. You know how,
No, she loves you.
Yeah,
Howard, I love you, but on the air you said I wanted 30 tickets for your movie. I only asked you for 12, and I really expect you to come up with it.
You'll get 4 if you're lucky.
Howard!
That's right.
What do I ever ask you for?
No, you're not getting 12 tickets to the premiere, and that's it. You're not gonna. I mean, I don't have that many to give away.
Who are you bringing?
Who are these 12 people?
Just people I know.
Yeah, well, I know a lot of people too, and I'm turning them down. You're gonna have to learn to do that.
Howard,
No,
come on.
it's not
We'll
gonna
let you
happen.
watch TV for
Don't
a
pressure
year.
me. Oh, in that case, we'll see. We'll see. If you're really good to me. Woman locked me in a closet when I was very young.
Is that true?
That's right.
She
didn't
was
get 12.
mean to you?
That's your payback's her a bitch, I'm telling you. It's very, very rough. By the way, in honor of Sony today, there were no Oriental jokes on the phone, on the show, rather. That's my personal...
That's Asian jokes.
Whatever. Hey, is Quentin the Stutterer here? I actually want to say hello to him.
No, I don't think he made it.
His wife wouldn't let him come?
No, he's not on the list.
I see. And Captain Jenks, let's say hello to him, the guy who makes all the phony phone calls.
Hey,
I understand you're really drunk.
What's that?
I hear you're really drunk.
And annoying.
And
yeah,
annoying.
Well, I'm sure that's what Gary would say, but I just want to wish you a happy birthday, Howard.
All right, thank you,
and
Captain
much
Jenks.
success with the movie also.
Thank you. You're not in it.
You know, me and Fred are going out after the show here.
All right, and let me just say hello to Kenneth Keith Kallenbach, the man who blows smoke out of his eyes. He was cut from the movie Jerry Maguire.
Yes, you didn't make it into the film.
He was in the movie, and
Cameron Crowe called me up. He sent me the clip, though. I have the clip. Did you see it?
I saw it. I see why you cut you out of it.
Oh, I want to see that.
Yeah.
Hey,
By the
that
way,
was the worst movie ever made.
hey, let me tell you something. Also, Kenneth Keith, I have good news for you on my birthday show. You were cut out of my movie, too. So
You didn't make it into private parts either.
Oh, man. I always get screwed over.
Howard, it cost him $1,200. You should have been cut out of this party, quite frankly.
Yeah, I almost did.
Right, what is it?
You know, it's funny to get, he was in Jerry Maguire, so in order to participate in your movie, he had to join the Screen Actors Guild.
Right.
That was $1,200, which he borrowed from his parents, and I don't think he has any intention of paying back.
Right. So you borrowed...
I did pay him back.
Did you see the
I'm
movie?
going to.
Did you see the movie Jerry Maguire?
No, I refused to see it.
Right.
They cut me out of it.
Right. Smart man. A lot of people refused. It only made like $100 million in 3
Yeah, I
weeks.
know, man. I heard it was like the best. I went up to this one girl and I said, "Look, I made Jerry Maguire, right?"
Yeah.
And she like handed me a quarter.
Whatever that means.
I don't know.
By the way,
I've
in the
never
front,
understood his humor.
In the front row,
really happened,
all right, sit down. That's enough. All right, in the front row are the world's angriest midgets. We had 3 midgets there. They all look pissed off.
Howard?
How you doing? All right?
I feel great.
Good to see you. Let's talk to this other guy. What's your name there?
Randy.
Randy. So you sound like a midget. You know what I'm saying? Uh-oh. That's
We're
pissed off. I'm telling you, they're the
Is
angriest.
that the kind of thing to say?
No, you know how you have the high voice, like a little person.
For Marty.
Sorry?
We're substituting for Marty.
Yeah. All right. And there's a guy who used to be on our show all the time.
Happy birthday, Howard.
Hey, how's it going?
Nice to see you.
Nice seeing you. I don't know. When did midgets get so angry?
I don't know. I thought they were always happy-go-lucky.
By the way, that's the great Kessler, who used to be on our Channel 9
Yes.
show all the time.
Thank you.
All right, thank you, Kessler. Thanks, guys, for coming today.
One more thing. Uzo apparently has a gift for you.
It's a woman who actually worships me. She thinks I'm God.
Yes.
Yes, Uzo. Yes.
I came all the way from Beverly Hills.
You want to give me a gift? Take that dress off. That's what I was
She practically has, Howard.
All right.
This gift is given to me on behalf of the Sergio mailing list, the Howard Stern Sergio mailing list on the
What did she say, Robin?
The Howard Stern something mailing list.
The Howard
Sergio
Stern
Mendes, I thought she said.
Sterus mailing list on the internet.
You know what? You look great, but nobody knows what you're talking. And I know it's not Ebonics, so who knows what that is?
It's for people who go online.
Well, I also want to thank all the great bands who showed up today. Veruca Salt and...
The Wallflowers and Beck.
Beck. Really good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And we also want to thank Norm MacDonald for doing Bob Dole for us.
Norm. And Donald Trump and...
Donald Trump.
Tom Arnold.
Tom Arnold was here.
Chris Rock.
Chris Rock.
Chris Rock was a great guest.
Robin, I want to thank you and
Deborah
Gary and
Norville.
Fred and Jackie and
Planet
the whole
Hollywood
engineering
guest
staff,
watches.
Planet Hollywood, and I know we're leaving out a ton of people, but wow, thank you, Uzo. This is something to make me smell good.
Yeah, let me thank Peggy Panache and all the people in promotions and
Yep.
Steve Kingston and all the programming department for all the help they gave us. Guest provided the gift watch that everyone is getting who attended the party this year. Let's thank all of the people from E. They really worked very hard to
Real
make this all
hard.
happen. And
Steve, our program director, all the people at what used
Planet
to be
Hollywood
Infinity.
for providing the food.
And thank you, Fafa Flowley, by the way, for the excellent
Yes,
job that you
absolutely.
did as well, and Stuttering John and Grillo and everything.
And thank you, Howard, for what you do for us all year long.
Oh, yes. Annoy people.
Hey, Howard.
They're great and act obnoxious. Yeah.
I'd especially like to thank you for what you're going to do for me this year.
What is that?
The movie.
Oh, the movie.
The movie's going to be
What are
great.
you going to do for him?
I'm going to make him laugh in my new movie.
okay.
Right.
That's right. Gary, be quiet. All right. Thanks, everybody. And we won't see you next year. We can't possibly do this again.
No.
Yeah.
43 is enough. Stop aging, Howard.
Thanks, everybody, and we'll see you tomorrow. I guess.
Bye.
Bye.